We've been sitting
40 minutes
here
ago.
reminiscing,
Yeah.
shooting the shit.
We've just been having tons of fun.
Probably the best 30-minute conversation I've had in my entire life.
Yeah.
bar
It's crazy
none.
how that happens, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I thought we were live the whole time.
No, we wanted to keep that private.
Gotcha. I figured all the racial slurs, but I guess your main channel got delisted
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube, so I was like, you just didn't care anymore.
I
You're
don't
like,
care anymore.
We answered the Jewish question. The answer was found.
Didn't
and
we,
no one
didn't
will
we have a
ever hear
conversation
it.
that we're not saying any kind of Jewish
Yeah.
stuff this
Well, now we
episode?
can.
Isn't
I think
that-
the JQ got answered today for Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, Fresh and Fit answered it.
the answer was
The answer was
no.
stop fucking around.
Yeah, the answer was-
and doing this shit.
Yeah.
The answer was no more Zerka.
No more Zerka is a part of the problem.
We draw the line right past women and right before the Jews,
That's
okay?
the-
Shit
that's
on
the
women all day,
JA.
not the Jews.
Down with Zerka.
R.I.P. to Fresh and Fit.
Man, that's rough for them, huh?
One of them was crying about it, which I can't talk shit about because I've cried
Right
on
when
this
I'm
show.
drinking.
I'm saying this YouTube game, it's very important to a lot of people. I get
Then
it.
Vito showed me a clip where one of them was dressed up like a moil or like a fiddler
Yeah.
on the roof
I
kind of
think-
get up, and I'm like, well, that's definitely gonna get you canceled.
A
What are you talking
moil?
about?
He was dressed
Some
as
kind of-
like an old school,
rabbi.
like Jewish rabbinical with the
rabbinical
side,
Jew.
hair.
Are you guys actually Jewish? Wait, where'd you pick up these terms at? Jesus.
Moil? Oh, we're in L.A.
We're in
buddy.
LA,
Come
man.
on. Everybody's.
Come on, man.
We're hanging out with Jews non-stop.
going to mitzvahs and
Oh yeah,
shaboingos.
shaboingos all the time.
I got recircumcised recently.
Recircuit? You
Yeah,
grew your
grew
foreskin
back.
back just to chop it
Yeah.
off again?
Have you ever seen that?
What, them
have
grow
like
it
a-
back?
Yeah, they have like a weight, an extender.
It's like a yoni ball, but for dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Gwyneth
seen it.
Paltrow
Yeah.
has one of those too. It's like a clamp you put on your cock.
I mean, I guess it works because like really fat people lose weight and then the skin is still there. So maybe if you
We've
stretch.
heard that really.
Fuck up. All right, it's a work in progress.
He's on a weight loss contest where
Yeah.
people are putting up money if he loses like 30 pounds.
Uh-huh.
So he weighed in the first month and missed his target weight. And then the second month he came in like, man, it's even hard for me to eat on this Ozempic.
Okay, look,
I'm
that's not
shedding
exactly what
pounds.
happened.
He's tweeting about how he's never felt skinnier in his life. And then he weighs in, he went up 2 pounds.
No, I went up 1 pound.
1 pound. Well, did you
Okay.
check? What was the outfit he was wearing that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
Maybe it
doing
was the
naked
outfit.
weigh-ins? It's got to be the same type.
I
He
did
might have been
take-
holding a
I did
massive
take
shit.
off pretty much
Okay,
everything.
He
I
gets
think it was
here and
water.
shits. He shows up early every week just to shit.
No, that's not true. I think I was retaining a lot of water weight last weigh-in. I'm feeling real
Maybe he was
good.
eating extra salty food that week. You know.
Yeah.
I was making a lot of mistakes.
You take off more clothes every time you weigh in. I did notice that.
But, Dick, we went to the movies yesterday.
Right.
We saw Blue Beetle, which our review will be going live on my channel.
You gonna watch
hopefully
that?
tomorrow.
Fuck is Blue Beetle?
It's Mexican Iron Man.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
I'll
Not a
check it
bad
out.
description.
Wait, did you guys see the Oppenheimer movie?
I still haven't seen it. It's a
What
a
the
long
fuck?
one. Well, because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, but we're the generation that still pays attention to things.
I know,
right?
but I want to watch it like at my house, and then if I want to like take a break,
Oh,
an
like on
hour
your
in.
cell phone and
No,
playing
I'll watch it on my
RuneScape
nice
and
big
masturbating
TV.
and
Okay, what if I got a shit halfway through it and then I miss the bomb explode, and then I'll feel like an idiot? I don't have that problem if I'm in my house.
Do they surprise you with the bomb?
Yeah, it
in
comes
the
out of
movie?
nowhere.
It comes out
That's
of
what I
nowhere.
heard.
Wow.
somebody was surprised by it.
Did you
Not
like
us.
the discourse about how there wasn't enough Japanese people in that movie online? Did you see any of that?
I saw a little bit of it. I thought all the discourse was dumb. I watched the movie though, and I fucking hated it. So I was hoping you
Why?
guys had seen it. It's
See,
just
that's the reason I didn't rush out to see it. Is everybody who's seen it was like, yeah, I was bored.
well, but now we could be fighting. You heard that? I've heard everybody's giving it rave reviews.
no, I've had a lot of
I'm
people.
about to go back. I'm about to ban half my community when I get back. The fighting is going to be that intense. They were already making subreddit
they kept
posts.
saying it was great.
Why'd you hate it?
It's just a bad movie,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Sometimes, well, Nolan's weird. Like Nolan's stuff, sometimes he gets too up his own ass, and you're like, yeah, I know
he's
what you're
very-
doing, but like,
Bro,
come
you've
on,
never
man.
seen a movie. You should, if you pause at any point, there's so many celebrities in this movie. They put him in non-speaking roles. I'm like, is that the guy from The Boys? He's like two
Great.
lines. There's like a celebrity in every single. I feel like Nolan just puts out a calling card for like, hey,
Yeah.
if any celebs want to be in my
Yeah.
movie, and then everybody's like, what's a Nolan movie? I
Everybody
wanna do.
says yes because
It's actually like
Rick and Morty
overwhelming.
episode.
Yeah, it's oppressive.
But you still haven't seen Barbie,
Not yet.
yeah. So
You've seen that one like 3 times, huh?
I want to see it again. It's great. Dick,
Have you read ISOM? You really gotta.
He's not
now.
gonna
If
read
you want to be
ISOM.
tantalized by some,
What's ISOM?
it's a black Christian superhero.
We have an ongoing feud with a black Christian superhero comic creator.
Jesus.
It's the first in a line of industry-changing libertarian comics.
Yes.
From the guys who brought you
Nothing.
the Gina Carano movie,
Well, similar vein.
Terror on the Prairie, Terrorism on the
It
Prairie.
is a
What was
culture war.
called?
It is a culture war artifact. It is. If you want to own the libs, buy ISOM and tell.
We just did a
Marvel and-
bonus episode
We did
about
a bonus
it.
episode about ISOM 2, which is available. By the time you hear this, probably this weekend, we'll put that up.
Patreon.com/
And our review of Blue
Biggest
Beetle.
Problem.
And the point I was making about Blue Beetle is we got popcorn, and this time I did not eat all of it. I could barely eat any of it.
That's true.
So
Good job.
The weight loss is happening.
Good job. All right, let's do
this show.
Destiny's gonna be here all night.
Let's hope.
Wait, were we not live? We were live, right? Are we already doing the show?
No, now it starts. You have to walk people into it. The universe, we're here with Destiny! Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe. From rage opening your delivery bags to Jewish conspiracies being a major... This is a
I
horrible
really thought you were going to say Jewish conspiracy F slurs, and I got worried. So I'm so glad that was not the rhyme.
Everybody's getting banned, man.
Yeah,
I
stop.
want to hide our YouTube channel in the attic, you know, and don't do anything while Zerka's here.
But
Just
we're safe because last episode I brought on the guy who made the Fortnite Holocaust Museum, and that bought us a bunch of Jewish points. So everybody who's
Yeah.
complaining about that episode,
Yeah.
understand I just gave us a shield to prevent against the fresh and fit demonetization.
We promoted the Fortnite Holocaust Museum, and we're
Good for you.
100% in support, except for Dick, who made dumb jokes about
Destiny,
it.
you like video games. What do you think about my idea of putting a smaller Holocaust museum inside of a Holocaust museum?
Like in a video game or like in the real Holocaust
the real
museum?
world.
We were trying to figure
Like
out
a
other
tinier
places
one.
you could put a Holocaust museum other than Fortnite.
Like if you went to the Holocaust Museum, you got kids, they don't give a fuck about the old boring shit. But if you had little laptops there with Minecraft and then like the little skeletons in the fire pits and Hitler's has an avatar or whatever, that maybe, yeah, maybe.
Exactly. See?
Don't agree with him.
I didn't have
This
it
is
thought
not-
out all the way through. I said, what about a Holocaust museum in a Holocaust, to the guy that put a Holocaust museum in Fortnite, and he
Yeah.
looked at me
You
like...
would force the guys when the kids are playing, they would have to be like an interned prisoner. So they
Yeah.
would walk from one place to another. They'd move slowly because they're starving.
Yes.
They'd have a
Yeah.
5%
Always
chance
starving.
of telling a funny joke, then they'd walk into a dark room and they'd die, and they'd say, "This really sucks." And you'd go, "Exactly."
I don't like this Minecraft mod. And
Now, you know
neither
who's
did
going to
they.
stop that? Trump.
Trump will put
That's
an
what
end
be
to
the
it.
end of it. Or whatever whatever. Whomever. I'm just spitballing.
Point is to all of our fans who were entertained last episode by the Fortnite Holocaust Museum. It is now
Yeah.
open. You can open your Fortnite client and learn about the horrors
Oh,
of the
really?
Jewish Holocaust.
No, of any Holocaust. So I
well,
was
there's
talking...
other Holocausts in there.
I was talking to that guy, Luke, after the show, and I'm like, man, there's just really nothing I disagree with you on.
Dude, you loved that guy. I like that guy. He was a cool guy.
He's like, well, it's not about the Holocaust, it's about all Holocaust. And I'm like, yeah, it actually is, yes. And he's like, well, also, they have these billboards around, like, does someone shoot up your church? And I think this is horrible. And I'm like, I think that's horrible too. And he goes, and I hate the ADL. And I'm like,
Oh
what
yeah,
the
he absolutely hates the. You guys were like having this little base
Are we best friends
conversation
now?
afterwards.
What the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
sorry that our audience is going to hate you, but I think we're best friends.
Okay, you guys do disagree on one key point though, where he thinks European hate speech laws are like not a terrible idea, and
Well,
we're
but
like,
for them, you know.
yeah, I mean, Europe, you go, I get
Not
it.
everywhere needs to be America.
That's where you call someone a racial slur and they send the fucking Royal British Guard to your house.
Sometimes.
And fucking arrest you for it.
Yeah, it's
Holy
not good.
shit.
Did you see the autistic girl that got arrested by the British police for calling one
said-
of them a lesbian?
Yeah, she like a lesbian teacher or something, or no, it was a police
you remind
officer.
Me of my nana,
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
a
it was
lesbian. She goes, "That's it."
Which, how is that a hate crime? It's like that could be a positive thing. Is it if you
Exactly.
say it in
Why
a
would you
mean
assume
way?
it's negative?
Yeah,
No one has ever meant lesbian in a negative way. That is like,
we love lesbians.
yeah, since the beginning of time. Even every
Absolutely.
religion loves them.
pretty much.
Destiny's here,
Yeah.
straight from LAX.
Straight from France, I heard. Is that
13-hour flight.
13-hour flight?
How's France?
going?
I don't know. I was just there for overlay. I came from Sweden.
okay.
That's where
Oh,
I
you
spent
came
most of
from
my time.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Were you doing anything special over there? Or?
Drugs. Hang out
That's
with my
the
wife.
place to
you
do
know?
them. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
What kind of? I don't want to ask. Okay, we've got some emails or
Some cleanup.
yeah. Meat Man says not sure what he's talking about. Rural America not having a Holocaust education. My rural high school, which literally owned cornfields and tractors for the agriculture classes. And had only about 300 students, had the Diary of Anne Frank as required reading for English class. We learned about the Holocaust. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You get the basic
You
gist
can't
of it. You don't
figuratively
dig into
own
it.
cornfields, though. You guys, we don't need to say literally so much,
Okay.
right?
You gonna police me on that now?
No,
Was the guy trying to argue that
he was
people in the
saying
U.S. don't learn about the Holocaust?
Yeah,
He was
that's what
saying
he
it's
said.
not as well. I think he was saying that they don't get like a ton of Holocaust education. I don't actually know.
I feel like if we learned anything about World War II, I feel like it was probably the Holocaust.
I learned about it in every grade. You know, I feel like everybody in America does.
Yeah.
As coming from a guy with a French accent, like so thick that it doesn't sound like anything in his mouth cavity closes ever. It
Yeah.
doesn't quite ring true to Middle America.
Okay, but you grew up in L.A. I grew up in like super liberal Massachusetts.
I grew up in Arizona.
Okay, so you learned
We
about
don't
it in
even have
Arizona.
Martin Luther King Day in
I was
Arizona.
gonna say I never know if my school experience is related to anyone else's school experience because I went to like a super hippie weirdo school.
Yeah, you come from a fucking weird area. That is.
Oh yeah.
Destiny, will you point that mic a little bit towards you? Just because it's starting to point away.
I
because it's on a
come from the
rotator.
same town that birthed
This is
Mr.
fucking
Girls, so you know.
Yeah, is that good?
We're fucked.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Mr. Girl's getting interesting on.
No, we're not going.
Online.
We're not talking about that fucking post I saw today.
Wait, did something happen? Oh, the pedophile stuff.
Yeah, he just. I'm like, man, I love
Yeah.
you, but come on, you got to do this right now, man.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, he does. It's a compulsion, you know,
I guess.
like fucking kids.
Well, that
Yeah.
is a compulsion.
Lead
Some people suffer from.
Elite Games is the irony of complaining about anti-Semitism billboards because why are these things here? I'm just trying to buy a coffee while making a digital Holocaust museum in a video game.
The
It's
Holocaust
like,
Museum is optional. You don't have to go into the Fortnite Holocaust Museum.
But will you lose?
There might be
gamer
like
points?
a little. No, you don't lose gamer points.
Is there like an achievement?
If you don't go into the Holocaust Museum, they take away 500 Fortnite bucks to punish you.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. No, there's no achievement. It's completely optional. You go in. You can go dressed as Spider-Man if you want. You can't dance. You can't emote. You can't throw tomatoes.
What? Okay, hold on. Okay.
And you can. I even asked him, well, what if you got a bunch of guys together and stood in a sweat? He goes, no, it's only one person.
One person at a time. You can't make a
Fuck you guys.
swastika.
You fuckers thought of everything.
This is a little counterintuitive. What if you could take like diversity, equity, inclusion courses in Fortnite or whatever?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
African American studies, slavery, Holocaust, all that.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you unlock slurs.
Just for you, though. Because you're responsible.
But like, because the people that use the slurs are probably the most actually racist people. If you made them take like an anti-racism class, because they're
Yeah.
probably, and then they can use the slurs. But the only way, and you go like, I want to say the N-word. How do you do that? Here's AP African American U.S.
Only
history
if
or
there's
whatever.
an essay portion, because otherwise they'll speed run it.
Well,
Just
yeah.
like, you
As
crank
long as you
it.
make it Chat GPT
Yeah.
invulnerable
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
have
That's
to submit
put your
their
money where
essay.
your mouth is. All the DEI people. Like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll give you, you can send this kid through 18 years of your shit, but then they get to use slurs.
Because they
They're
shouldn't
not
want
gonna
to by
want
the
to,
end of it.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even want to.
All right.
Yeah. Your education is so powerful, it should overwhelm their innate desire to be racist.
We've got
In Fortnite.
Ramelia says, anyone who describes speech as dangerous belongs in a cage.
I disagreed with that guy. I think the point of speech is that it's
false
dangerous.
on its face.
Yeah, what are you talking
You're
about?
talking about imprisoning people. You're saying people belong in prison.
That's a dangerous
that's-
idea.
Yeah.
Anyone who says speech is dangerous, I don't understand this like new thing where it's like speech has no moral anything attached to it. I'm like, no, that's the only reason it exists is because you can influence people and share ideas.
Yeah, you know how badly I could hurt your feelings right now?
Yeah, exactly. You do
We
it
already
all
did
the
in the
time.
opening of the show.
Yeah, like all the time you do it. And I love you for it.
That was, they interviewed me for that when Wired wrote that hit piece on you.
On me?
Yeah,
It was forever ago.
it was forever ago.
Wait, a hit piece or you mean my profile?
Was it a love letter? I didn't read it.
It was
I just
about
assumed
the
it was a hit
controversy.
piece.
It was everything.
Yeah.
It talked about why some people hate you.
Oh yeah, that was a profile. It wasn't a hit piece. Listen, that's
good.
about as good as it gets for me. Okay, so
Yeah.
don't take that from me. All right.
Yeah.
You
Just when they were-
tried to make it a hit
No,
piece.
I didn't. I
Is that
was
how
like,
you
I
approached
fucking-
it?
No, it was right after you said the N-word online. So I was like, no, I have Destiny's
Which
back.
time?
I'm not gonna. The first
Which
time that I
time?
knew of. I'm like, no, how fucking dare you, you goddamn journalist? Don't ask me these. I see where you're going with this, but no. They were asking me shit like that. Like, well, don't you think it's dangerous and you shouldn't be able to say these things?
Right.
Like, well,
and you
doesn't-
said no.
it's supposed to be dangerous.
Yeah, it's supposed to be dangerous.
Yeah, all this stuff is. Okay.
The danger is what makes it fun. That's why we're not going to invite Zerka on because he's too dangerous.
He was on my show slurring up a storm.
Yeah, I know. And
Yeah?
I watched that show and I said, he's not allowed to come on this show because this show has not yet been banned from YouTube.
Yeah, you
At first, I was like,
hand on
oh,
your hip
Zerka,
and say
that'll
it
be like a
that.
fun guest. And then I watched your show. I went, nope, not at all. Never.
Eric
Jesus
M says,
Christ.
learning about the Holocaust, try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town.
Did you hear that song?
That's like a meme or whatever, right? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
It's a song.
Yeah.
It's the previous conservative darling
Oh, yeah. Then they
country song.
got a whole new
They found
song
a new
tonight.
guy. Yeah.
Wow.
They got to keep finding a new country guy who says something that upsets the libs somehow and then pretend it's the greatest country song ever written.
You didn't like that song, did you? Oh, wait. I think
don't like
have
any
one
of those
these.
songs.
Hold on. I've got. Yeah.
Vito's Twitter.
God damn it.
Vito's Twitter.
Vito's Twitter.
What?
I got to find it. Hold
I
on.
made $120
Oh, no.
from Twitter, so whatever I say on there is now monetized.
Why is he giving people money for tweeting?
I don't know.
Nobody asked. It's a nice feature, but nobody asked for it.
Nobody asked
It's
for
got to
it.
just be a
Right.
giant money sink for them now. Why would they do it? And now they can't take it away without everybody getting mad.
No,
Like,
it's like Elon Musk is crazy.
yeah, you think?
He just like does stuff without thinking at all. Like, yeah, I'll just make it so anybody can be verified. And it's like, okay, I'm going to make my name the Walt Disney Corporation and announce we have a new theme park ride that rapes kids.
Jesus
and I have a verified
Christ.
badge, so that's going to go viral. And he goes, I could not have possibly foreseen that this would happen. It's like, what are you, an idiot? That's the whole reason that you had it in the first place.
Why'd you go straight to raping kids?
I don't know. Okay, fine. It kills nuns.
You just read that
Whatever.
Mr. Girl article. It's
I
still
just
fresh
saw
in his
Mr.
mind.
Girl
You know?
is in my,
These guys.
I haven't read it yet. Shut up.
Can't.
Don't connect
I
me
wanna
to
So
say
what do you guys learn in that school district?
I don't know, but apparently he was taking different classes than I took because I didn't learn any of that shit.
Elon Musk should just give you guys like, I'll give you $100 if you don't say anything about raping kids.
Well, I'll take that deal. I'll take that deal.
This is what Vito said about that Ginger
I
guy's
said a lot about that song.
Uh-oh.
I bet they love the part where the song suddenly shifts to ripping on poor people for no reason.
Yeah, well, that's
they do
part
that?
of the song.
Wow.
Yes, the song is about how much he hates rich politicians, and then randomly the lyrics go, also, I hate poor people on welfare. And I'm like,
Is that that's the line? Also, I hate poor people on welfare.
The line is, and if you're 5'3" and 300 pounds, the government should not be paying for your
Jesse,
bag
do you know
of
which part
fudge
he's
rounds.
pissed off at?
Shut
Can you
up.
guess which
That's
part
not
that Vito's
why.
pissed off at?
It's the part that he's saying, hey, all you fat people on welfare, the government should not give you money because you're fat or whatever and lazy.
I heard in the next song he's got like a whole verse on fad diet, so
Yeah,
you're really
he
gonna hate
does.
that one.
He said, and if you're on Ozempic, you're a blimpic. Go kill your yeah, whatever. I hate that. The song sucks. It's a fun. Okay, it's got a nice little.
Why are you making me defend the song,
Don't
though?
defend the song. Look,
Well,
it's.
I have to.
Here's the thing. It's like a generic guy twaddling his guitar, singing a little ditty.
I think it's a resonator.
He also talks about, how all the politicians are pedophiles. He goes, I wish
Do you
they
disagree with that?
He goes, I wish they would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere.
That's genius.
And so,
my God.
what a genius fucking lyric. So all these conservatives are going, he's just a salt of the earth guy. What a salty. I'm like, that's not salt of the earth. That's the cringiest shit I've
It sounds
ever
like
heard
he
in
should
my
have
life.
made the song earlier, so it could have been like the intro to the Sound of Freedom movie. Would have been perfect.
Yeah.
They
So,
missed their
yeah.
chance
Here's what
right
it comes
there.
down to. If you make a song that says all the politicians are pedophiles and the leftists or whatever,
Yeah.
the right will go, well, this is a protest anthem the world has never heard before. What a salt of the earth individual. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
this is just stupid, typical
Why are you so?
conservative bullshit.
But you're only upset about the fat. Well, you're only upset about the fat part.
You can't make a song that is ostensibly about the rich are exploiting us
Yeah.
and, devaluing the dollar and, taxing us too much.
Yeah.
Also, people on welfare are part of the problem. No, you need to ally with the people on welfare. They're part of that. I know. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
What am I
welfare is the
gonna
worst thing
make
that
the
ever
welfare
happened.
people do? What am I gonna wheelbarrow them?
Just don't mention them in the song. Focus on one through line. You hate rich people, and some of them are pedophiles.
Yeah,
I'll
but
even allow you that part.
I hate-
Once it moves on to and fat, welfare queens are coming in. This Reagan era bullshit rhetoric. Come on.
I hate lazy.
That's why conservatives are clomping onto it.
Too.
If the song was legitimately just like I hate rich people, conservatives would be like, no, I don't like that.
It's kind of rich for conservatives to make fun of fat people, given that their defense of the January 6th 5 deaths, or that 4 of the people that died there died of like fucking heart attack.
There you go. So
I saw that resonator guy. I forget his name is Oliver North or something. I don't think that's it. He's playing it to like a packed crowd, and they're all singing along. And there's some big fat woman. Looks like she fell off a motorcycle.
yeah, dude.
Going like, yeah, like singing along.
Oh, dude, if you're playing a country song in the deep south, you're gonna have a bunch of fat ladies who I'm sure are getting a couple welfare dollars to buy cookies or
yeah,
whatever.
but they're honest folk.
They're
Just
honest
trying to
folk.
just trying to get by.
It's different when it's them.
It's those Democratic
When it's that type of
pedophiles,
people, you know?
Yeah.
keeping them down.
They're not selling comics and
Crack.
Crack.
It would be one thing if it's the gaslighting from like Matt Walsh going like, this is the most important protest song of a generation. I go, that's not true. Shut up. Just don't even say that. And now I know they're saying it to piss me off, but like some people genuinely believe it, and that's infuriating.
I always thought the funny thing, if you ever listened to talk radio growing up, where it was all conservatives, all of the intro songs, it's a conservative channel whenever it's all like, it'll be like rock music and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the most degenerate fucking like hippie liberal people. But that was always like the anthem of the talk radio. And then like, it was always like the jazz shit would be like NPR. But if you hear like Kiss or whatever, it's like,
jazz music.
yeah, that's always like NPR. But yeah, but they'd always have the rock songs and shit. I thought it was funny.
Well, that was
is
what
funny.
some idiot tweeted that song, and he said, "What's the left's answer to this?" And I said, "Probably the history of recorded music. Like literally all rock music is the answer to that."
Nailed. You got him.
Vito's Twitter. I stand by that tweet, and I made $122 by
Vito's
saying
Twitter.
shit. So who cares?
I love all the
It's only up from
conservatives
here.
complaining that their content is unmonetizable.
Laura Loomer only got $200. I made almost as much as Laura Loomer.
Damn.
$200 she made. 'Cause no one wants to advertise on that dumb bitch's Twitter.
Jesus.
What?
She's great.
We like Laura Loomer now?
I love Laura Loomer.
Okay.
She fights against censorship. You wouldn't.
Okay. All right.
She's gonna write a song about you
She should
now.
write a song about me.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else.
No, do you want to give us who won last week?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That would be
Sorry.
important.
Okay. Yeah.
Guys, don't forget, you can vote on the problems at biggestproblem.show.
Knots that are tied too tight.
What's the winner?
The winner.
All right.
That was Vito's.
What kind of
favorite.
knots
Tight
are tied too
knots.
tight?
When
His pants.
Your pants, sometimes your shoes. You get delivery food and you're trying to open the bag and then
yeah.
you got to rip it open.
Because you're so hungry, you're like, oh, fuck this shit. I don't have time for this shit.
Destiny's laughing, but did he win last week? No, I did.
No.
So, taking home the W.
What's the worst problem this week? Your like favorite chicken nugget dipping sauce?
Shut
Like-
up. It's
I already
not
told
only
him that he
food
couldn't do a
problems.
food problem.
I wasn't going to do a food problem.
He was going to do a food problem.
No, I wasn't. I have a million different problems.
Next was the Barbie movie.
Was that positive or negative? Did people agree with you?
Negative.
Negative. Everyone
Did you
loves
see
the Barbie movie.
I haven't yet.
No.
He needs to see
Just
it.
when they start talking about what a woman is, just walk out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did that trigger you?
Both of us. Just like, you have to be fat, but not too fat. You have to be cheap, but you also have to make a lot. Like,
You have to be thrifty, but also make money. Yeah, I know. It has one little stupid speech. The rest of the movie is great.
Oh my god! I bet you walked out with your Sony Walkman playing the
The Ken song?
whatever the fuck that song you just complained about.
Rich
was.
Men North of Richmond.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these goddamn welfare pigs on their fudge rockets. Then Jewish conspiracies came in last.
I don't know how that happened.
Do you have any favorite Jewish conspiracies?
Stop. We've already discussed the Ken. Every show is discretion
Asking.
fit now.
I'm just asking so he will
Sure,
say
what's
no.
your favorite?
I'm not going to
Jewish-
be here when you guys get demonetized,
Yeah, you
okay?
go.
Because
All
I feel
right.
like if I'm attached to the demonetized episode, then my channel is next, okay?
Exactly. It's
I
a
kind of
list.
feel like that too.
Yeah. It's kind of scary when all your canaries in the coal mine start dying.
I know.
Like, I'm looking, I'm like, is Sneeko still on YouTube? Ooh. Is Fresh and Fit still on you? Oh, shit.
How
Like,
many
at some
canaries
point,
are
you're like,
left?
I'm the canary now for somebody else, you know?
You're
Like,
the
they're-
canary.
as long as Destiny's channel's still fine.
This show loves and respects the Jewish people, and that's the bottom line.
yeah.
All right, I won.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. We're already talking about Twitter, so why don't
Wait, did the guy that made the Holocaust memorial, did he give that problem?
Jewish conspiracies.
What do you
yeah.
What do you think, Destiny?
So is this guy like a scholar? You're like, I hate the Barbie movie, and this guy's like, knots that are too tight, and he's like, the Jewish conspiracy theories, my dying people. Like
he's like a Jewish. He's like a vampire. I love him.
Yeah,
I like
he
this
is.
guy.
Yeah,
Half
I
the
like him
audience
too.
liked him. Half the audience was like, I don't understand all this Jew stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I liked that guy.
now that guy's like passionately looking at the last episodes. Like I know the audience agreed with mine, and his shit came in last. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
a lot of
big time.
okay.
So
Everyone-
Barbie movie was a bigger deal, and knots that are too tight
Everyone
were a
voted
bigger
down-
deal. So all
down
you
the
did was
Jewish.
reinforce his idea that there's not enough Holocaust education in this guy.
Yeah.
He's probably
So he
making
was
like
right.
5 more digital copies of fucking Auschwitz. All right, clearly he's failed.
He's also got, and you play video games, he's got an Xbox Steam game, which is a Holocaust video game that you can play through as a child going through the Holocaust. I see a lot of videos about how to get the PS5
I wanted
trophies
to-
as quickly as possible.
And I wanted to laugh at that too, but then I
Don't
watched a
laugh at
video. You know what?
It's important to him. What? He told a story.
I just want to see like an any percent like speed run where you like glitch through the door and
Yeah,
you're instantly gas. Like 5 seconds into the game.
See how far you can run before that. Anyway,
If you navigate your Jewish prisoner up against this shower and just jam left, he'll glitch through the wall.
this is how
then
Fresh
you
and Fit
can-
got killed. By the way, I told you
We
before the
are in
show.
support of the Holocaust game. That's the difference. I like it. And you're making little jokes, but secretly,
Well,
we all support.
then I watched
the
like
Jewish
him
people.
explaining the point of the game, and he's like walking you through how the laws changed the way people treat. He's basically saying what Gina Carano said, but in a whole game.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I can't believe you got away with saying it.
That dude's based, man. He's secretly based.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Can I do my
What do
problem?
you mean by that?
I don't look. I'm saying
But
that
you hear based used in a certain way, and
the
now
shit he was talking about, like
Yeah.
he hates the ADL, and he exposed like how much they suck. And
Don't
they,
tell me what I'm talking about. What are
No,
you
but, like,
talking
what
about?
are you talking about? When you say based, the Holocaust guy was
mean?
based. What do you mean by
Guys,
that?
News comes in from Twitter today, where Elon
What's your
Musk
problem? Oh,
has
yeah.
announced an exciting new feature, or should I say, a removal of a feature.
Oh, yeah.
As Elon Musk has tweeted out, he says Block is going to be deleted as a feature, except for DMs. Followed that up with the tweet saying, "It makes no sense." Jack, the creator and former owner of Twitter, agreed with him, saying 100% mute only.
I'm just gonna print out all women's PFPs and cum all over them and
Well,
post them. Block this, you bitch.
I think you're pointing out exactly why.
I'll get a fake cock that squirts like milk, whatever,
Yeah.
fake cum. All
If you're
day.
gonna harass women online, you can't even use your real dick. You can't just go all the way. You really got to cheap out.
I got 15 minutes to let that thing recharge. I need to keep going.
See, you are
There's a lot of women
establishing
online.
exactly why this is a problem.
Oh, what?
Taking
Just 'cause
away
I
our
wanna-
block feature. What? Because you want to find
I wanna come on
pictures of
on
women
paper?
and
It's my
defile them?
paper.
That's why. Oh, it's your paper. It's their. It's their
Image and
right
likeness?
to feel safe on the internet. And part of the ability to feel safe is the ability to block harassing and threatening users. As Boogie2988 says, let's not forget that stalkers, killers, and more use your website.
Killers?
Speaking to Elon Musk. Yeah, I don't know why he said killers.
Is his blood
I'm
cancer
sure there's-
using Twitter?
All right, we're not talking about Boogie's blood cancer on this episode.
Didn't Boogie get charged
dark.
for?
Trying to kill someone? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's speaking for
He's true. Yeah, it's right.
Hold on. Somebody's here.
Some killers use your website,
Killers are using this
including
website.
myself. He says the ability
Can
to.
you believe he just got away with that?
Can you stop with this?
What?
You want Boogie in jail?
Well, you can't be firing guns into the fucking neighborhood. That's some insane shit.
I think he went and he paid some restitution to the city or something. He's probably doing community service.
He should have to wash Frank Castle.
Wash
he should have
him.
to hand wash him,
Okay.
wax him.
Wax his 9/11 tattoo. Have you seen Frank Hassel's back tattoo?
It's awesome.
It is pretty. I'm like, you know what? I don't love Frank Hassel, but I kind of got to respect a guy who gets the Twin Towers.
Do you want me to edit that out? You challenging
What?
Frank Castle
I'm
like
not
that?
challenging him. I think he knows I don't like him.
Whew.
He's a pretty abrasive individual.
Are you trying to get Sissy hypnotized? Is that
No,
what
I'm
this
not
is?
trying to get Sissy hypnotized. I saw him on Fish Tank. What was
You
he?
want a gun?
He was spitting.
You wanna-
Wasn't he spitting on Josie's stuffed animals and destroying them?
Yeah, fuck Josie.
No, that's horrible. Why would he do that? Back on topic, as Boogie says, the ability to block
Your harassers is important to keep people safe.
Yeah.
Now, look, I use the block function. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
The reason I use it is that people are fucking annoying. So I'll be tweeting something like completely like I'll be like, oh, I'm enjoying.
Other people are picking fights with you.
Okay, whatever. They can block me too, and I get blocked all the time. And sometimes I get blocked, and I go, yeah, that's reasonable. I get it. Okay. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, I'm having a beautiful day, or like, okay,
Sometimes you're like this. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you are.
Sometimes I'm Vito's twittering. Here's a good example is I was like, oh, today's a great day. I'm having so much fun, whatever the fuck. And then Mersh comes along and goes, why did you kill your cat? Your cat is dead because of you. My cat had recently run away, and Mersh was very upset that it was an outdoor cat that I let go outside and it went missing.
Did it die?
I don't know. It just went.
Is it gone?
I think another family took it
He's
in.
dead.
Maybe.
Well, how old was this cat?
Like 6, 7 years old.
Why are you letting your cat outside?
This was the only cat I let go outside out of my 3 cats, and because it would.
That's like saying this is the only child that I starved to death out of my 3 kids.
It was the one.
Yeah.
It was the one child that if it got hit by a car, I was ready to accept that.
You're not helping your case.
I
Mersh
don't look.
right now.
Here's the deal. When you,
Destroying the environment, killing birds. They're apex predators. You know that, right? You let
That's
them
fine.
outside and you're okay.
Okay.
With that? Okay.
Are cats not outside things? Like
When they want to fuck
the
everything up,
reason I
yeah.
let him go outside, I tried to make that cat be an indoor cat for like 4 years, and he would be at my window from midnight till 8 a.m. screaming.
Just hit it.
I tried that.
What was it? Outrunning you?
No, I would hit it. It would go.
Is that a surprise?
And then it would go back. Shut the fuck up. I did everything. Okay, I sprayed it with the water. I would, hit it. Be like, come on, knock it off. Stop making noise.
Yeah.
It wanted to live outside. And I finally said, you know what?
Go for it.
Go nuts. Have fun. It went missing. I went, you know what? I'm really sad. And I was sad. I loved that cat. But I went, clearly he wanted to live outside.
So you open the window and it runs outside and
Yes.
you get sad.
No, I didn't get sad until I
What
realized
was
it
the
wasn't
thought
coming back.
process? What did you think was going to fucking happen?
I thought it would come back like the 9,000 other times
The
it came
cat that was
back.
screaming for 9,000 hours to get out of the fucking house. You thought he would keep coming back to the house? Maybe he was just trying to get
out.
Maybe he was trying to get away from you. Maybe it actually had nothing to do with indoor outdoor.
Hold on.
Maybe he just wanted to get the fuck away from you,
He did
Vito.
not run away the first time I let him go outside. I'm saying that after the first 4 years, there was then a period of another 4 years where I went, he's an outdoor cat. He runs around outside.
Okay.
So he knew where he lived and he came back every night. And then, I don't know.
I thought some cats were just outside cats.
They are, dude. I have like friends who have outdoor cats. So
Yeah. Especially
yeah.
here because it never gets cold.
No, he knew where he lived, and I think I think another family might have just picked. He was a good-looking cat. I think they were just like, oh, that's a great cat. I want that cat.
Did you chip him?
No, I should have shipped him. So I have regrets.
Did he have a
I fucked
collar
up.
on?
He did have a collar, and the collar had his phone number on it. So that's why I was like, well, if anyone finds him, they're going to call the number on the collar.
What color cat was it?
It was a Siamese cat, and he had a nice blue collar. And I don't think the collar fell off because he wore it for months without it going anywhere. So I think somebody saw it, picked it up, saw the number on the collar, and went, I just want to keep this cat.
Jesus.
Either that or he got hit by a car. I don't know. Regardless,
You're-
when I go on Twitter and I'm posting about something completely unrelated, I don't need Mersh to tell me, you murdered your cat, you psychopath. So I blocked Mersh, and I said, this does not add anything to my life. I do not benefit from when I'm going, hey, I'm having a great day.
problem about your cat and about Mersh?
I'm just saying that the reason the block function exists is that sometimes you have
Right.
these little cocksuckers who come up into your shit and you're like, I'm having a great day. And they go, you're a pedophile because you know Mr. Girl. And I go, okay, all right, you know what? You're blocked too. So it's a nice little function so that I can enjoy Twitter without
Yeah.
all these Kiwi Farms obsessed psychopaths and groypers.
It was like the kid at the playground. You want to be the only one in the sandbox. Nobody else is allowed in.
I want my nice little echo chamber where everybody is respectful and doesn't. If you have to stay on topic, that's it. I don't
Right.
want you bringing up other bullshit in like a thread that I've created about something else. You know,
You just don't want your feelings manipulated. What's wrong with that? Or hurt,
I don't think there's
whatever.
anything wrong with it. I mean,
don't
whatever.
think so.
If I posted a picture of my cat and Mersh, like I'm missing my cat, and then Mersh came in and said, "Well, you fucking killed him," I wouldn't block him because it was on topic. It was because he
Right,
started
right.
doing it in every tweet that I tweeted. I was
Right.
like, this is a waste of my time. Go away. And now I've unblocked him. I have that ability as well. I went, okay, I think Mersh is probably going to stop telling me I'm a cat killer.
Right.
I kind of like Mersh, so I'll unblock him. So I have that ability. Taking away the ability to block people, I don't understand. You use it to block scammers and guys who are trying to run crypto scams in your fucking thing and spam and whatever else. So I think the block function is great.
I have two options of two examples of people who are being stupid about blocking. People who brag about being blocked. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Who go, oh, I was so annoying that he blocked me. Can you believe it? And it's like, well, I mean, I can.
Yeah.
You were being an asshole.
Yeah.
So that's stupid. Also, people who lie about why you blocked them. And that's a situation that I ran into recently.
Okay.
So there's a guy, I don't know if we've talked about on the show, Drunk 3PO.
Yeah.
Who he's one of those geeks and gamers guys. We don't really have any beef. But at one point he kept tweeting out like their videos and like shit with them. And I'm like, hey, that Geeks and Gamers website has an article that insinuates like many hurtful things about me. I don't want to be associated with Geeks and Gamers people, and I don't want to see their shit on my feed, right?
You said that?
No, I just went, like, in my head, I went, you know what?
Okay.
I'm tired of these guys, like, you know,
Block,
they tweet lies about me all the time, so I'm just going to block anyone associated with that
How many
organization.
enemies do you have online?
A lot.
Oh my God.
How many guys you got?
How many enemies do you got? You got plenty.
Yeah, but I make enemies. That's what I'm known for.
Oh, dude, I'm doing the same thing, but I just make enemies with guys who promote shitty conservative songs and pretend that they're magical and wonderful. Anyway, I blocked that guy because I'm like, I just don't want to see anything from that organization. And he goes, Vito blocked me because my comic book made more money than his comic book. And he's jealous. And then I went, I don't block him. And I went, no, I blocked you because you work for a website that writes articles that call me a piece of shit. Also, your comic book ran the same charity scam that Eric July's comic book ran, and you kind of were the one who encouraged him to run that charity scam, and you're a piece of shit. And fuck
Wait,
you.
the fact that you just brought that up makes me feel like it was about the comic book then.
Was it about the comic book?
It was not about the because
Well, now you got to think about it a lot.
Well,
That's you. Because what I want to say, you sold this initially as it had nothing to do with the comic book. It's because you guys published lies about me, and also the comic book that you did. By the way, you promoted a scam. Okay, the scam that you promoted. All right, it was just like this other one, and it was the worst thing ever. Now it kind of feels like it's about the comic book, was it?
No. I blocked
And then when I
him.
asked you, you're like, well,
Well, here's the thing: is I blocked him specifically because he's involved with Geeks and Gamers.
Jesus
He
Christ.
did run.
You know what? Now I do want him to get rid of the block. I don't want to
shut the fuck
fucking
up.
hear this.
No. I saw him because here's the thing about the charity scam, which Destiny doesn't know about. Stop this. Is I think he did the charity.
we're about to get blocked right now.
I think you are going to get blocked.
Do you know how
I think-
serious these fuckers take their comic books?
Oh man, we're having a whole comic book war. It's crazy.
These guys, it wasn't enough for them to take other people's comics seriously. They all had to make their own comic books because they were so serious, like birthing them out of their own bodies.
Yes, and now they tell me that my comic book is a failure because it raised $10,000 less than this guy's comic book, which my comic book did not charge for shipping yet, so it actually raised more. Anyway, so
Okay, so it is about the comic books.
not about
Okay,
the comic book.
okay.
It's not about the comic
Catch me
book.
up. It's okay.
Not about the comic book.
Go ahead.
I think Drunk 3PO, I honestly don't hate that guy. I think he accidentally ran a charity scam. I think he did not realize how scammy it is. Well, it's the same thing for Eric. Okay, Destiny, can I explain this to you?
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about right now.
Destiny, okay, all right.
Okay.
So let's say I've made a comic book.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube guy. It's clearly like a vanity project. I'm selling it.
Okay.
The comic.
What's the comic called?
The comic is called
Cat Killer.
Siam. Sure, it's
Okay.
called Cat Killer. Whatever.
Okay, Siam. Go ahead.
Siam. Okay.
Siam the Cat Killer.
So the comic I normally will sell to you for $30. That is the price of my Culture War Vanity Project comic book. But I have a special offer for you. I say, do you care about charity?
Obviously.
Obviously. Do you care about sick children?
Not in particular, but I can. In this case,
you can be convinced to care about
Yeah.
sick children. Well, I have a special deal for you. I want to donate comic books to sick children. Okay. So if you give me $15, I'll donate one copy of my comic book to a sick child. Does that seem like a good deal for you? Does that feel like? Do you feel like you're helping charity in a meaningful way?
Do I get a comic book too, or
no?
So I give you like 45.
So
you give me one comic, and then you send.
I keep $15, and I send the charity a book that costs me about $2 to print.
Yeah.
So is that a useful thing to charity?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are getting comics. You get money.
Kids are getting
Yeah,
comics. But
That's an everybody wins scenario right there.
well, but
Block 'em.
do you not think that the person?
Hey, actually, wait. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
On my website, Destiny.gg, I have subscriptions. If you send me money on PayPal, I'll donate subscriptions to kids in hospitals too. Fuck it. Yeah.
There you go.
But do you think Destiny subscriptions help kids in hospitals? Do you think that's a
yeah, my
valuable-
fans. Wait,
come
are you saying
on.
my fans are retards and buy subscriptions for no reason?
No, but I'm saying that a sick
kinda.
child would probably benefit from anything other than a $15 Culture War comic book. Like
I mean,
maybe
it
just
depends
give them
on the
$15.
depends on the type of sickness. If they've got like fucking leukemia, they're 4 years old. I don't know if $15 is going to go very far with this kid. You know. I could probably do better with the money than he can.
Sure.
And that's essentially where the money's going, right?
But is it not weird that the person at the center of it is making money off charity at like no loss themselves?
I'll do it for $10, guys, okay?
All right.
Just make sure that you're marketing the PayPal thing for
Yeah.
charity, and I'll find kids to,
You'll
I guess,
give away
yeah.
Destiny subscriptions what sick kids are in need of.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
It does sound like
I
a
think
good
that
deal.
when you're charging $15 and you get the $15 and then you give away one of your comics that costs you $2,
Yeah.
you've made $13 and the charity have gotten something that is basically worthless.
Yeah.
Because you can buy 100 comics for a charity for about $10 on eBay.
All right, so what's the blocking situation?
Wait, no, wait. What do they actually now that you've told us what you
Yes.
don't hate them for?
Sure.
What do you, what do you hate them
I just
for?
blocked them because they were retweeting.
What's
a
like
bunch-
one lie that they've tweeted about you?
No, just the one. The only thing they've said about me was that person specifically. I don't think has ever. The only lie was that I was jealous of how much money he made from his comic book. Which I'm not, because if I had run a similar charity scam, I would have made
Do you
just as
think
much
your
money.
comic deserved to have made more money than his?
No.
I like how this started with it's not about the comic books, and then it became about the charity of the comic books and the comic books.
It's a lot of comic book
But okay,
talk.
gotcha. All right.
What do you
I'm
call
so
it?
sick of hearing about comic books.
I think that he made a bunch of money by saying, I'm going to donate my comic to sick kids. Give me money. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to make money that way.
You should do like an expose. Do you think any kids actually got comics?
Oh, we've dug into it. I mean, we contacted.
We actually made them, we were harassing them so much about this that one of the guys donated cash.
Yeah, we
to the
basically
charity.
guilted them into donating cash instead of just comic books, which is great.
And he didn't
You're like
donate it
robbing him, but you don't even feel bad because it's going to a good cause. Oh my God. Absolutely got him. Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
The point is that the block button is
Yeah.
very important.
We need that black
it
button.
can't believe
allows
you're
me
blocked.
to block
Yeah.
Drunk 3PO, whose
Okay.
comic barely outsold mine, guys. Come on.
Barely.
We still got time
With the
left.
charity scam.
If you go to Indiegogo right now, you can still purchase Super Killer, and we can beat.
What is that? Indiegogo / what?
I don't get a slash. Just search for Super Killer on Indiegogo or to go to superkiller.org.
Do you think maybe the
check it
branding
out.
there is a problem? Super Killer.
Superkiller.org?
Seems pretty generic.
I think that's kind of the joke, yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be.
But they're going to land on your page. There's not going to be like 20 other Super Killer
No,
people,
it's
right?
actually, I'm surprised the term Super Killer is not used for anything else. There's one Neil Cizagara, whatever that guy
I think they
is.
retired it after the Clintons used that to describe black criminals.
Super Predator. Super Predator. Super Predator will show up
We
in
should
issue
bring that
4.
back. That's a
should.
I think they
Like
A/B
branding.
tested it for Biden's campaign, but they decided it wouldn't be as popular as it was in the 90s. So.
Yeah.
Dick, I'm calling my problem block babies.
Block
People who
babies.
complain about
Yeah.
people who block them.
Are you going to make a comic ever, Destiny? Are you excited about reading Andrew Tate's comic?
Yeah, what's
Top
that?
G.
Gee, it's only $100.
Jesus
He shows you how to
Christ.
traffic women in it.
Does
and-
he?
I think so.
No, it's all
And
about him.
launder money.
It's all about him escaping the Matrix with his brother. And they call it the Matrix, and they're wearing Matrix costumes, so it's clearly copyright infringement on like so many levels.
What could be escaping the Matrix more than going to prison for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
pretty unplugged.
You have all your time to hustle and work
And meditate
out
and
meditate
Practice your dad's chess games and
talk about playing chess.
He must have
That's
had
all
fun
they're
in
gonna
prison
do.
because the second he got back, he started live streaming fake prison LARP videos. You see that? Yeah,
24
that's
hours.
weird,
I think he was
man.
just on his phone the whole time.
Watch
He had
me
it up.
sleep in prison, and I'm like, why would I watch that?
Yeah.
Well, that's my problem.
Okay. That's a good problem.
Wait, what was the problem? The block
Block
button?
baby.
Block
Babies.
button.
Oh, block babies.
babies.
Block
People who
babies.
complain about people who use the block button and support Elon Musk's crazy plan to take it away.
What's
Destiny,
your...
do you have a problem?
I have so many problems.
Well,
Am I supposed to just pick one?
Yeah, you
that's
have to
typically
pick one.
unless you want to do two quick ones.
Unless
Two
you want to
small
pick
ones.
one and then talk about everything else that's wrong in your life, like Vito.
Oh, shut up! I didn't mean to go. Oh, look.
Every time I travel, okay, I don't know the name for this problem, okay?
Okay.
It actually really bothers me. Do you guys text a lot? Or
All the time.
Good amount.
Okay.
That's my preferred mode of communicating.
We've been texting lately.
Hold on, I'm weighing between this one and people that stand up immediately when the plane lands.
Those
That's
the worst
me.
people.
Is that you?
Wait, come
You're
on.
not getting anywhere any faster. You
gotta
fucking.
stand up.
You're already sitting for 4
Why?
fucking hours.
I've
Where are you
been
going?
sitting with my
Where the
knees
fuck are you going?
jammed into
You're like
metal
7
for 3
feet tall. I don't even think you
hours.
can stand all the way up when you stand.
Yeah, no, your head's like at
And
a
now you got
side
all
when
these
you do
fucking
that.
assholes that are like cramped over, like wait, like you're not getting anywhere any faster. Stand up for 4 more fucking minutes. Where are you
No,
going?
It just feels good. I can't feel that whatever that material is on my buttocks. I can't feel that anymore. I gotta feel my quads and my calves stretched out. I can't take another minute in
Just wanna
there.
stand on a
Fucking
plane.
Christ.
Yes, I've yelled at my girlfriend. All right, let's go. Come on. I gotta stand. I gotta
She
stand up.
doesn't
Give me
have to
one
stand.
extra.
She's not gonna. What is her
She's
standing
not stricken
do?
with this Jimmy legs or whatever it is. But as soon as we land, I gotta get up. I can't take it. You just sit there.
Right,
like a
okay. Well,
child
all right,
eating
I want to do that one.
Cheerios
Okay.
Out of a
I
bag.
have a, I have a
You're
very
allowed to have two
no, I don't want that one.
All right,
Fuck you.
doesn't want that
No,
one.
fuck you.
Fuck you! I'm telling you.
Well, because he made it like a medical condition, and now he
Block.
makes me feel like an asshole. Okay, yeah, blocked. Okay. All right. There's a very specific problem with texting. Okay, follow me on this one. I don't know what I would call this. Okay.
Okay.
You ever have a thing where you're texting back and forth with somebody? Okay, and you can see when they're typing, right?
Yes.
You're in the middle of a convo, and then they start typing something. Right? They've got
Right.
something interesting to say, I guess, because they're fucking typing it.
Yes.
And then you type and you respond to like the last thing they say. Then they stop typing and then they respond to what you say. And then you wait.
The phantom.
And then nothing.
thought. Yeah.
And they where did that thought go? And every fucking time you ask them, what were you typing before? One, it's already weird that you're saying that. What were you typing before?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Tell me.
I'll do this with people because I know some people that do this chronically where I'll sit there and I'll wait and it'll go and it'll go away and then it'll
Yeah.
come back and then I'll type something and then they'll respond to me instantly and then that other thing is gone.
It's disappeared
What the
in the
fuck
ether.
were they typing? It actually drives me
You could
See
fucking
them
insane.
Type it. Remember what was that chat thing way back that you could watch them type it out? You could. I think it was on
You'd see
Google.
the letters?
Yeah, you could enable it so the other person could watch you type it.
That
and it
sounds
was like a
amazing.
relationship
That's
ender.
horrifying.
It's like you would type and they would see every keystroke and it was like, oh, this is too much. Like, I get the sense that you're retarded now, and I didn't have that feeling before this was enabled. Turn it off. This is horrible.
Texting is an imperfect manner of communication. I think it causes a lot of problems.
We just got to route it through AI.
Can I? Oh, this is actually. It's not exact. Oh man, my phone's dead. Because I had a great texting story from last week.
Like, what is it?
That was when Josh Denny, who's been on this show,
Oh, my girlfriend, I went upstairs after the last
Yeah.
show, and she goes, he's outside fighting with Josh Denny. I was in like a shouting match with Josh Denny. I was like,
Who is
oh,
Josh?
wow.
Am I supposed to know who this is?
he's a
Josh?
conservative comedian. He used to be on the Food Network,
Okay.
and then he said the N word, and he claims he left
Is
the
that
Food
true?
Network. Yeah, but like he said it on I'm a comedian and I'm hanging out with my black friend way, so
He
it's
had-
okay for me to say the N word.
He has a black stepdad, so he's a very big ginger. So he's suffered like a lot of racism, both the black racism and white mom dating the black guy racism and not being black around a
Yeah.
shitload of black people.
I didn't realize he had a black stepdad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking back to some of the things he said.
I've never said anything.
like, oh,
So he's
Josh
got an
Denny.
interesting experience with racism.
So last week, Josh Denny got broadsided on his car. He was driving with his co-host Carl,
Yeah.
and he posted it on Twitter. And I, wanted to send him a thing because we're like two comedians. I wasn't going to send him some gushing lady text like, "Oh my god, I hope you're okay."
Wait, is it? Are you? Or never mind. I'm sorry.
So I sent R.I.P. car in all caps. Like rest in peace to your car. He types back, "Okay?" ? And I'm like, oh, I guess that joke didn't land, or it was like, off-putting in some way. So then I texted him again. I said, "We're praying for you." And then he texted back,
Where?
because I was with you at the time, because I was at your house. I meant like we're all pulling for you.
I didn't know about it,
whatever.
though.
I didn't check
Why are you
in to make
using
sure.
me like a
He's like
shield?
roping your yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that was the big
so,
problem.
like, guilting him into not being mad at you using me. I know
Well,
what
why
you're
is he
doing.
gotta be mad at me? Because then he texts back. He goes, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm really fucking up this text thing."
Yeah.
And I call him, and he goes, "R.I.P. car." I could have died. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. I just, I thought if I like really gushed it out, you would call me an F slur because we're like two grown men and we're not supposed to show emotion."
I feel like RIP is like transcended its original meaning to like almost being that of mockery. Like I'm trying to like if my
that
my
what it
son like
is?
died in an accident and you text me like rip to your kid.
Well, that's different, but it's a car.
angel wings.
It's not a human being. R.I.P. Like your car's dead. It's not actually a thing that died. It's
Okay, so then wait, so then you didn't give a fuck. It wasn't that big a deal. It was a joke to you then.
well, it's
It was like rip your. You were laughing at him. Rip your
not
car.
laughing at him.
You
but-
were. You just. That's why he was upset at you. Now you understand. Now you understand.
It was laughing along with him. It's the folly of life.
He wasn't laughing. That was his fucking car.
I could have assumed that it's like, oh, what an unfortunate thing that happened to me. If I got blindsided, I go, well, that sucks. That's life for you. We're comedians. What do you want? I'm not going, oh my God, my car. I can't. Like, yeah, it sucks, but you got to laugh at it. That's the whole point of being a comedian.
Well, people, if they're not ready to laugh, and it's their car,
Which is fine.
they don't want to be told
Which is fine,
to laugh.
but why? Okay, here was the assumption that was weird, though, where he goes, "We're praying for you." What? You're mocking my faith now? And I'm like, no, that was me genuinely trying to say, like,
Wait. Was it genuine? Were you guys praying?
It's not like
No, I didn't even
It
know.
was not like
Was he,
so
was he
now
on his
he's-
knees? Did you look at him and he's like, "What are you doing over there?" He's like, "Hold on, I'm in the middle of the
It's
text
not
right
a
now."
genuine like Catholic prayer, but it's like
So you were mocking his religion as
It's not
well.
mocking his religion.
Did you pray?
No, I didn't pray. Okay.
Peter, you ever stop and think maybe you're the bad guy?
It was a show of. I'm not the bad guy. It was
Why
a
did you say rip car? Like, why don't you just say, man, I heard about what happened. I hope you're okay.
Because that's gay, and I.
You're like, you text him like 20 Fs and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm paying respects to your car, dude."
Text him 20 Fs. I said R.I.P. car.
Car emoji,
Because
angel wings
I
emoji.
figured as a fellow comedian, he would go, "It is funny,
That
life-
fellow comedian, that's doing a lot of heavy
It is a
lifting
lot-
there
well, whatever.
on these texts.
Oh, come on, he's a fucking shock
This
comic.
is that like coded language for heavily autistic or what is it?
fellow
think so.
comedians, fellow travelers.
Regardless, I was accused of insulting Josh Denny's faith.
Which you now
Not-
admit to have
I
done.
I did not
yeah.
insult his faith. It was we're praying for you. It's like a
You know that when it's not just to say when religious people say that they actually pray,
Some
right?
of-
That's
yes.
the point.
Well,
That's the
some of
point of
them.
saying that, right?
some
Yeah.
of them do not actually say a prayer. Some of them it's a sentiment.
Do you, when you meet him, do you ever see him and be like, "I'll see you in church this Sunday"
No,
as
why
like
would I
a
say
joke?
that?
Is that like a? Well, why would you say you're praying if you're not going to?
Okay, I should have said what we're pulling for you. I hope it
Well, don't
works
say
out.
we. You're like it's just you.
I want him to feel like there's a community behind him. That's a nice thing. The more
No, you
people
wanted a
support
community
him-
behind you
Yeah.
to support
Okay,
your
you're right.
bullying.
I am glad that Josh Denny's car got hit and fucking
There you
I hope
go.
him and his God
I
die.
think you
How's
kind of
that?
are.
Yeah.
Glad that it got hit because then it's like, oh, this is so emotional. We can all have a big emotional reaction about it.
I feel bad that Josh Denny's car got hit. In the future, I will not joke around with fellow comedians. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't
that
be
I was-
joking like that with
I
anyone.
shouldn't joke. You're right. No more
Rip
jokes.
car.
Rip car is nothing. That means it's the RIP car, and then I expect him to respond like, haha, yeah, it sucks. You're busting balls. We bust balls. You guys are busting my balls right
Okay,
now.
let's hold on. Let's
Yeah,
get
but
some
you
more.
didn't lose anything.
I didn't
Wait.
know
Let's get more information. What kind of car was this?
I think it was a rental. It was a nice car.
Ooh,
He had the insurance.
rental
He
car.
had the insurance. He had the insurance. Luckily.
Yeah, but still, oof. So that means his main car was already fucked up, or what was he traveling?
I think he was
Why do you have a
traveling.
rental?
I think he was traveling with Carl somewhere.
So
I
he
could
wrecked
be
a
wrong.
rental car.
I think so.
Christ.
Well, he didn't wreck it. It got wrecked. Luckily, it was like 100% not his
Damn near
fault.
killed him.
Damn near killed him.
Yeah.
It's like
you
a
know.
stepchild dying.
And the other guy got out of the car and said in a very Hispanic voice,
How do you know that?
that's Josh Denny told me the story. Said,
Okay.
maybe we can just.
Anything you tell Vito immediately goes on the show.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Christ.
Like, maybe we can
What
settle.
did I email you last? Jesus.
Oh, come on. I don't spill anything. This is nothing. We made up. And you know what? I'll even say this. You know whose birthday it is today?
The car?
Josh Denny's birthday. Happy birthday, Josh Denny. Follow him on Twitter.
We're all praying for you.
We're all praying for him,
car.
and that's what's important. And now he hates me, which is awkward and weird. I think I earned some points back with the happy birthday text, though.
Yeah.
Did he respond to
He
that?
did. He said thank you. So I'm learning. Point is, though, text is an imperfect system of communicating because I think if I was there in person, you know,
Yeah.
I'd be like, whew, R.I.P. Carr, am I right? You know, you'd hear that in my voice. And you go, oh, he's just having a goof.
I could just see you
just
stepping
goofing.
out of the car, still smoking in the background, and you're just like,
Scratching the back of my neck.
all right, Pete Carr.
It was not a mocking thing.
Slap
to
his
joke
back.
about
He's sitting there thinking,
everything.
like, fuck me. Did I get the insurance on it? How much money am I out?
God.
Am I going to be able to rent from this place ever again in my entire fucking life? Am I going to get points in my rent? How fucked does this guy have insurance? And you're just like,
My back's killing me. Am I
Yeah.
ever going to feel good again?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank all our listeners
Bing,
for
here's
coming to
Vito.
the biggest roast of Vito Gesualdi, which is apparently the format of this show.
Vito, as a comedian.
That's a good excuse. We love Josh, and we're pulling for you. We are praying for you. There you go.
I'm not praying for anyone.
I'll pray for him right now. That was
Not to say that I
dismissive.
wish anyone harm or don't wish them harm, but I'm not praying.
I don't want him to be hurt, and luckily he's not hurt. I mean, you know, if he was like, if he had bones broken, be posted on Twitter. He looked fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
Yeah. I'll try to be. Look, I live in this like hyper masculinized society where you're not supposed to show.
fucking toys and comics and video
No, but I'm saying.
Where is this in Pokemon cards?
Shut the fuck up.
What's hypermasculine? Are you
I'm not saying I'm
escaping
saying-
the Matrix?
I am escaping the
Are
Matrix.
you the third Tate brother
I
that we don't
am.
know
It's
about?
when I think of like stoicism, I think of Andrew Tate, Vito,
Yep.
Tristan Tate,
Thank you.
then Myron
Yeah.
for Fresh and Fit.
No,
That's
I'm
right.
saying that I don't participate in that culture, but I am surrounded by people who
kinda
constantly have these emotional walls up. So I have to deal with guys who, you know, I go, well, I can't show too much sympathy because then they'll think, you know, like, oh, why is he acting like a woman, man? You know,
What
so
are you talking about?
I'm saying,
Mr. Girl?
no, just everybody. Like Josh, I figured with Josh, like he doesn't want a bunch of weepy, you know, emotion.
Yeah, well, imagine
wants
that he
me to
does be
bust
like,
his balls.
heard about the rental car. That really sucks, dude. I hope everything's okay. He would just see it. He'd probably block you.
You're right.
Yeah.
I've probably gone too far.
He would have been like,
I've
no shot, bro.
probably assumed the
You should
walls.
bust my balls over the fact that I can never rent from this car company again, and I might have chronic back pain.
I'm also a guy who personally hates sympathy, so I guess
Now we're getting there.
I said to him what I would want
It's
to hear.
always about
Yeah.
Vito in the end. It's
No,
about
no,
the
no.
comics. It's
I
about
have a
the.
comment about this.
Oh, uh-oh.
Now available at superkiller.org.
Yeah.
What comment?
Somebody was making fun of you for saying you talk about how everybody thinks that their experience is everyone's, but you're the biggest example of that. But I can't
When
find
you say
it.
Look, I think I have a good. I think I have a good. My fingers on the pulse of the
Of
common man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll say, yeah, I personally am somebody, I detest sympathy. It makes me feel guilty. I don't like when people are sympathetic towards me. It feels weird.
Well, you should deal with that.
I guess. I don't know how to deal with
It
it.
doesn't fuck you over.
I just
other ways.
push it all down. When bad things happen to me and I just don't talk about
You
it.
should go to therapy, and after 3 sessions, invite the therapist to this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a fake therapist.
I've had a
and
lot of
set
people
you
tell
up,
me to go to therapy. Trust me.
and it will be like a prank. Like it'll just be an improv comedian.
We can put that on the show. We should, me and Dick are talking about filming some skits.
I had an idea once with 2 friends. I had talked to the other one. We were going to do a podcast episode where all 3 of us would bring our moms onto the show
okay.
to do the most like raunchy, debaucherous shit ever. But me and my friend, we would just like hire actresses.
That's really
So
good.
the third friend would bring
That's
his
really good.
the third friend would bring his actual mom. And he would see us just ramping it up harder and be like, wow, these guys are
And be like, hey, Mom, can I make out with your face? It's like, yeah, go nuts, man. And he's like,
I'm gonna throw up.
Dude, that's a really good bit. Dude, are you grabbing
Oh,
your
they
mom's
should do that in
ass?
Fish Tank,
Yeah,
too.
dude, that's the show.
That's what we got to do. You're going to be the only one that's not going to do it. There'd have to be
that's-
some big prize on the line too, so that
Exactly.
he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pressured to go along to the end.
Oh, dude, that's a really
Ironically,
good
you should
bit.
get Andrew Tate's advice on how to do this.
I don't want to suck my mom's face. All right, man. Well, then you're not going to win the car. I don't know what to tell you. And you just turn back to this old lady and
I'm gonna
start.
throw up.
That's a really good
Oh
bit.
no!
We're going to steal that. Oh, we can't.
Why didn't you do it?
I'm a lazy fucking piece of shit.
We all are,
I got all sorts of great ideas.
You got to talk to us.
What's your
man.
biggest idea that you've never done that you wanted to do more than any other?
I don't know if you'd understand this if you're not streamer people. The funniest idea that I ever thought is there's this whole world of people who are very, very small content creators. And they always say, like, I could do this. So if I was just a big YouTuber, if I was a big streamer, I could do this. These guys complain about these problems,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a little bit of like, we get paid a lot for what we do, and I understand that, but they wouldn't be able to handle the pressure. These are small time creators. If they, like, I thought it'd be funny to make a reality show called So You Think You Can Stream. So what you do is for one day, you'd bring on like 2 guest commentators where you judge like the streamer.
Yeah.
And what you would do is you'd host them so they'd have like 20, 30, 40,000 viewers
that's
for
great.
one day.
Yeah.
And then you would throw sample problems at them. But while those problems are happening, they have to keep streaming at the same time. So one might be, hey, your SIM card just got swapped and somebody's about to text your nudes to your mom. You have to call the company to do this while you're still playing your game and like maintaining like a positive kill death ratio or whatever. Or you'd throw like random problems. If somebody's spamming the N-word in your chat and it's a mod account, you've got to stop it in like 15 seconds before you get
And they're
permabanned from
black.
Twitch. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Having like all the trials and tribulations of them, and then at the end of the day, you know, you'd have the big debrief. How
You
did
have
you
a
feel? How
guest
did it
on,
go?
and they won't stop mentioning the Jewish question.
yeah.
And you have to get them out of there in a
a
peaceful
good show.
solution.
That would be an interesting.
I think it would just be
yeah.
interesting to see guys who have no charisma trying to stream to 4,000 people. And
Yeah,
failing
yeah.
miserably.
with all the random shit popping up.
You could coach them like after they fail.
You could,
do
yeah.
this more.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
yeah.
like a shitbag for forgetting his name, but he's been on our show. He does the podcast with Ryan Long.
Danny Polishchuk?
Danny Polishchuk. He's got a new.
You're definitely a shitbag. For
I am a
forgetting his
shitbag.
name.
He's got kind of a weird
Jesus.
name.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Polishchuk. It's like trying
Danny
to remember
Jokes.
Giswaldi. Danny Jokes.
Yeah.
He's got a new show where he just finds people who are streaming to an audience of either 0 or 1 people.
Yeah.
And then just like watches it like a WATP format. And he's been finding some good weirdos. It's a good format.
I do that on Twitch at night. I'll find because I only want to watch like I don't understand new games like League of Legends. Whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, so I can't get into it. It's just like normal sports. I'll find retro games and put it on, and it's always like just a couple followers. And I'm shocked that they exist. They're
Yeah, I'm
putting their
shocked that
hearts
they keep
into
doing it. Yeah, you would think you'd be like, oh, I'm streaming to no one. Why am I doing this? But
Yeah.
it is kind of fascinating once you start digging into the low levels of Twitch and YouTube.
They just need
and
their own
whatever
veto
else.
in chat there, being like, rip your viewership.
Yeah.
No, I would not do that. That's horrible.
We're praying for you.
One of
Okay.
my favorite videos I made was one time I made a video about like gun conspiracy theories or something. And of course, I got a bunch of like comments like, "You don't understand. The FBI is trying to take our guns away." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And
they
then
are.
I made a video where I went through like the comments from these people and looked at their YouTube channels, and it was like fucking fascinating. There was one dude talking about how Tom Brady was like a devil who was sent to like win the Super Bowl on behalf of Satan.
evil? Like
Yes,
Angels
dude.
in the Outfield?
Yeah, that the
Sequel?
he was saying the New England Patriots sacrificed like hundreds of infants to cement their Super Bowl legacy. And
Yeah.
he was not joking at all.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. I need to make another one of those videos.
I'm gonna change my problem because there hasn't been enough arguing
Oh, yeah, okay.
on the show.
Fair.
Okay.
Better not be about, if it's another problem about me.
I'm bringing. I noticed both of you, but especially you, Destiny,
Yeah.
have been praising the government a lot lately, and saying that the government is doing a good and I think you said great job.
Great job.
So I'm bringing in big government.
Big government. Are you bringing in government praisers?
Big government.
No,
government.
just the government.
Just the government.
That's cheating. On this show, that's the same as bringing in women. There's
It's
a
also
rule.
it's not fair too because you guys live in California. Okay,
Well, that's part of. When I said it, I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
I've
What
lived
do
in
you
California
mean,
for a
Greg?
year and a half. Okay, so my take on government is a little bit different now, right?
Yeah, and I think one of the first commenters said like, "Well, yeah, like the sewer," and I said, "Oh, that's funny."
You do have a sewer
because the
story.
city has been charging me for 8 years for a sewage connection that I didn't even have. And they licensed the sewer inspector before I bought the house that told me it was fine. And then they licensed the realtor who sold it to me and said it had sewage.
Right.
When I've just been sitting on top of a pipe
just
that went
feeding
into a
waste into the
pit
ground.
of shit. So that would be number one on my list of things
Okay.
the government does not do right.
I am going to object because there's an unwritten rule on this show that you can't bring in like women because you'll just win the show. The problem can't be
There's
women.
big government regulating my
Okay.
fucking problems right here.
And I feel like there's an unwritten rule that the problem can't just be the government because it's an auto
big
win.
government.
Oh, big government. That's different.
Yeah.
You know
Somebody
what?
said that without
nuts.
then I got into an argument with a guy who said that without the FDA, all the stores would be selling me rancid meat. And I said, I
That's
don't
true.
know. I don't know about that.
That's
I
true.
don't think they
We
would.
need the Food and Drug. The Food and Drug Administration is a sticking point on this show.
Yeah.
Selling poison to
I
children.
don't think they would put it on the outside. Like, we got rancid meat in here.
No, they wouldn't. That's the point. That's why we have
and
an
I could smell it. Like,
No, but I mean, if they
That's
could
why
sell
you
it,
have an
if they could
FDA.
sell it instead of throwing it out, somebody that worked
they
in a
would sell
restaurant,
it.
they'd do
Yeah.
it.
then it would still be kind of good.
We brought up the problem of swill milk, which was famously outlawed by the government because it was probably going to poison children.
What's
Yeah.
swell milk?
Swill milk was back distilleries that were making whiskey and beer would take the leftover mash that had already been, processed.
Sounds good.
And then give it to farmers to feed to their cows. And the cows started putting out weird, fucked up, discolored milk that was probably killing babies.
Strawberry milk.
They had to put a bunch of chalk and bullshit in it to make it turn white again. So it was not safe for human consumption.
Because of the color?
Bro, I'm pretty sure if you feed cows fucking leftover alcohol mash, it's not going to result in something you want to feed your kids.
Look,
Is it really like a 1-to-1 thing like that?
In what way?
Like if you were to give a cow shots of vodka, could you get drunk sucking on their udder? I feel like the
No.
process
No,
of
it's not that
like
the kids would get
There's a
drunk, but it's that it wouldn't have the like you want cows to eat grain and shit that makes the cows were unhealthy.
I don't know. What year is this that you're talking
Like
about?
1920. I don't know, man. The point is that the big government.
Hadn't even had a Holocaust
You need
yet. It's talking
some-
about cows.
Oh my God. You need regulations in business in order to prevent
Okay.
unscrupulous businesses from doing things that
How
can
about
harm the consumer.
How about a regulatory agency that makes sure these independent comics come out in a reasonable amount of time without
don't need
kicking it
that.
to February and stuff?
Don't
and
fuck with my release date.
How about that?
February's
How about
perfectly
fucking up your stuff
acceptable
with
date
regulations,
for
not a
super
bunch of
killer.
farmers?
Yeah, well, I think that we have rules and regulations established by the government
Yeah.
to facilitate commerce.
Yeah.
Are you like a 100% free market guy? Do you really believe that you just step back and you build whatever house you want, and if it collapses and kills a bunch of people, well, what are you going to do? Just don't buy houses from that guy anymore?
Man, I don't give a shit.
I know you don't, and that's the problem. Is that most people
What
do.
am I going to change? All right.
All right.
I went to a BLM rally and I got shot in the head by a cop. So what did I get out of that? Fucking nothing.
Well, you lost the souvenir tear gas
If there was a
bullet.
Trump rally, I would have gone there, and then I'd be in prison right now.
Wow.
So what exact say do I have over anything? All I'm saying is,
Sure.
I don't think I'm getting $6 trillion of value out of my.
What did
spend every
Destiny
day.
say about the government that you object to? Destiny,
I
what
don't
has been
even
your
know.
current government
I'm just busting
stance?
balls because I saw that thread and it was funny.
that's good.
Well, I think
This
I
is
did see
California.
Destiny. Destiny, did you defend some sort of
I do defend the
law?
government. I love the government.
You do?
I mean, I honestly, again, that Rich Men of Richmond song, if you're talking about being poor or whatever, it's like America's a pretty good place if you want the government to make sure you're not poor. Like, if anything,
Yeah.
yeah, that song is illogical. Or it's like, oh, the government's really fucking us up and keeping us poor. And I'm like, you're in America. Like, if you went to any other country, you'd probably be way poorer.
You'd be worse off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind
Well,
of
hold on, wait a second. Wait, what other countries are we talking about
Well,
here?
there
Are you
are-
talking about like,
There are
sure, maybe,
Yeah.
okay,
there
yeah.
are some countries with a higher GDP, I'm sure.
All of Africa.
But there's no country of America's size with an equivalent like GDP, I
Because
assume.
well, GDP isn't everything, right? Germany, France, these are pretty big countries. Got a lot of people in them.
Yeah.
I'd rather live here than
You'd rather be poor here
I think I would rather be poor. Well,
than in Germany?
Germany, I'd rather be poor. Yeah, Germany really takes care of their poor, right?
I don't know.
I feel like most Western European countries take care of their poor people.
I met some German guys, and they were like, "Yeah, I have friends, and all they do is play World of Warcraft, and the government pays for it." And I'm like, "Okay, that sounds pretty good."
I feel a song coming on.
What song would that be?
Some kind of banjo.
Some sort of banjo
song.
twanging song about how much you hate German welfare.
I need a more bluegrass instrument than that guy. To
I'm just
sing my
saying the
folk
American
songs.
standard of living is pretty good that I don't think you need to drag a banjo out to the woods and complain about it. I think there's
Yeah,
other
it's great.
problems.
All my shit goes into a big hole over there, and it's illegal for me to connect it to the septic tank that I have.
have a very unique
'cause
situation.
They changed the law during COVID that says if
Okay.
you live within 30 feet of the sewer line, you must connect to it. But that costs $100,000. So I guess I just have my shit pit. Thanks, government.
I do find it hilarious that your house is precariously perched above a giant pit of human excrement.
And I said it on the podcast, so I can't lie about it.
I know you can't you can't just connect to the sewer lines surreptitiously.
That's my problem.
It's big government.
Big government.
See, that's you cheating. That's cheating.
Why?
That should be an automatic.
Can I change mine to
disqualification.
lazy people then? If that's
Can we put an asterisk next to
You
big
can have
government
another one.
on the board? 'Cause
Lazy
that's bullshit.
people.
I want to do women. I hate women. Women are the worst. Put it on the board.
wait,
Give me
okay,
all the
fuck you
votes.
then. Okay, I'll
No,
do an
I'm
easy
not
one.
doing women. Go
I
ahead.
want the ones people that have all these fucking guidelines, do the laundry, do the dishes, blah blah blah, and then they still charge you a $150 fee on Airbnb. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb fees.
Airbnb fees for people that make you do all the fucking work. I don't do Airbnb anymore. I do only hotels, and I love it. Airbnb,
really?
you know
Yeah.
what makes you love hotels is Airbnbs. You know what? Ubers almost made me love taxis sometimes too. You ever get those
Yeah.
Uber drivers? Sorry, every time I travel, I get so much. You ever the Uber drivers? You call an Uber and they sit on the street for like 20 fucking minutes. What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
You ever have that happen?
Yeah, I know
I had a
what
guy
you're
sit
talking
there for
about.
15 minutes. I didn't even know where to be that soon. So I was like, fuck it, I'll sit and wait. I have nothing better to
Yeah,
do.
I don't know what to
And then
do.
he started driving away from me while he was still on the fucking thing. What the fuck?
That sucks.
We had an Uber who the guy, I don't know how else to describe it. He had a psychotic episode in the car.
Okay.
He started and we had just done Molly, or it had just kicked in. We were leaving this Milady rave, going to another one. It was a while ago.
Okay.
And he's like twitching. He looked like that guy from Serial. Was that the one with the murderer?
That was the documentary series.
Yeah, he looked
right?
like that guy, and he just goes, "Stop poking me."
That's
And
horrifying.
we look at each other, and I look at my girlfriend. I'm like, bitch, if you're fucking poking him, you need to
You need to stop
poking him.
immediately.
I don't know if you're doing if you're just twitching or accidentally hitting something. I'm like, okay, this is a big problem. And then he goes, he's like starts twitching out, and we're downtown LA. So it's late, so there's no traffic. So it's like gigantic roads that you can really build up speed on. He starts just like swerving onto the oncoming traffic. Like there's no center dividers. He starts doing this, and I said, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Stay in the lane.
this isn't weird. I don't want to alarm you, but you're heading into oncoming traffic, and it's like a shipping town. So there's
Giant
if there's anything
trucks.
coming, it's going to be a semi.
Yes.
We're right next to Union
Yeah.
Station. And he goes, I just said, stop fucking poking. And he turns around and then just stares. Like, he turns around and stares and just lets the car go. Like BoJack
Holy
Horseman.
shit,
And
dude.
it starts like caromming around, and it kind of veers to the right. And I'm like, man, I'm fucking hoping that the car stays on the right, but then it's going to go straight into like God knows what. I don't know what to hope for in this scenario.
Yeah.
Starts going to the left. I said, hey. Like, there's a light. It's a stoplight. And he kind of turns slowly back.
Jesus
And as soon as he hits it, I'm ready to jump out of the car. And I reach for the door, and there's no handle. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And I look over at the other one as I'm feeling. My girlfriend's like just staring like this. And there's no handle on that side. So I look down, and there's like this goofy symbol. Like, I feel like I'm in an alien
Wait,
spaceship
what?
because it's a fucking Tesla.
Yeah, there are some
Oh.
electric cars that don't have
don't have
handles.
handles.
Yeah, and they even have on some of them. They have like an indent of a handle, like a design, but it's not a thing. You
Is this a dream? Am I in a fucking
yeah, because it's like it's like a decal. It's not an actual fucking door handle. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, assholes designed these cars. How would I open the door if I was an asshole? I guess it's kind of a window.
You start talking to it. Door open.
And he's
Rear
like,
passenger door
he's
open.
just staring, and he's staring at my girlfriend.
Yeah.
like he's gonna rape her and
She
kill
was
me.
poking him with
She
her
was
mind.
poking him, right?
Yeah.
Psychologically.
So I press I press down on the window, and the door does this weird like ding. I'm like, okay. So I kick it open and grab her and pull her out, and he shoots off through the red light, screaming gibberish. And I'm like,
Jesus.
did we almost just fucking die because Tesla decided? Like, why would they not put? So he ran across the street into this Mexican restaurant. You know, you can hear the ranchero music clubs.
Yes.
They play it at like 200 decibels like all night. I was thinking the aura of like Mexicanness would keep
Protect you. Yeah.
Indian
people.
spirits. So, yeah, I was like, all right, they'll understand us here.
Don't worry. These people will keep us safe.
Yeah, they called Uber and they're like, well, we'll make sure you don't get connected with him again. I'm like,
Good.
that's not enough.
yeah, no.
And he had like 10,000 reviews or something like that. I'm like, man.
None of them mentioned a phantom poking that turned into maybe dying.
No, and I really want to know if I hope that I was poking him somehow. Like I want to sit him down and go like, I got your license plate and everything. I got to find you and then like strap you down to a chair and go like, so what was the poking?
That's where you both get out of the car and you look at your wife and she's got a purse. There's like an umbrella sticking out, and you're like, oh no.
She was poking
Like
him. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Ubers,
That's
Airbnbs. What is that?
So now you use Lyft.
I use Lyft.
No, he's probably on there. I don't want to. Every time I see people destroying Airbnbs now, I think like, oh, good, fuck you, clean that up. Use a cleaning.
Well, they
deposit for
leave.
that
They
shit.
charge you a cleaning fee on top of making you like put all the towels in the tub and run the dishwasher or whatever else. It's like,
Yeah.
well, then I'm cleaning. Why am I also paying you a cleaning fee? It's an
Yeah.
absurdity.
Yeah. I feel like there was like a golden era of Airbnb where it was like grandmas renting out like extra rooms because their kids moved out.
Well, before all
once-
these shitheads
yeah.
bought them to make money.
Yeah.
Once everybody
or
realized
it's
they
like
could buy
people-
up a shit ton of property and rent it out.
Yeah, there's that, and then people that like sublease their apartments that aren't supposed to. I remember the first bad Airbnb. It wasn't really bad, I guess, but like it was 4 or 5 years ago. I came to LA. It was before I lived here, and I got an Airbnb, and I didn't know anything about like the games that people played or whatever. But I parked someplace on the side of the street, and it's just like an apartment complex. And I'm like, "Are you allowed to do this? I've never heard of this before." I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago. And I text the guy, and I'm like, "Hey," because I tried to go up, and I looked at the door, and I tried to go in, and there's like a guy at the front. He's like, "Oh, who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm here for." Like a thing, because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I'm not here for an Airbnb. Don't.
yeah, you have to live here. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I go outside and I'm like texting this dude. I'm like, yeah, the guy says that you have to live here. Am I at the right place? And the guy's like, yeah. Don't tell him that you're here for an Airbnb. Tell him that you're my brother. And I'm like, well, brother who? What's my name or whatever? And he's like, my brother's name is like Al-Aqsa Muhammad.
Okay, this is not a good system at all.
And I'm like,
Sure.
I think I have a profile picture on my. I didn't bring my fucking turban with me, okay?
Sir,
to
are you
get
supposed
into
to
your
be
fucking
here?
Airbnb. Yeah.
Yes, my name is Hasakara.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I am here to be. I am here to see my
Muhammad.
brother Hasakala.
For Eid.
Yeah, we're here for the holy month of Klambajan.
Fuck Airbnb, yeah. And then you go to somewhere, it'll be like the key will be like buried. I've gone to one before where the key is like outside under like a rock
Dude,
to get into like an apartment complex. Like the fuck is happening here?
We went to Greece, and the key for our Airbnb was in one of those like realtor key things with the dial, and it was bike locked to a tree in front of the apartment building. I'm like, are you fucking? They just allow this? Nobody's chopping this off. Anyway, all right, that's my problem. What are our
No,
problems?
that's his problem.
Oh,
his problem was your problem was government.
Your problem was the
big
government.
government.
His was
Mine was people that stand up too fast in the airport.
okay. Stand
People that ghost text,
up.
yes.
Text.
and then people that charge you Airbnb and make you
Airbnb
clean.
fees.
I don't know.
And mine is
Whichever one resonates with the audience the most, okay?
We'll see.
Mine is block babies and fear of sympathy, which I project.
You're adding.
I wish I project onto other people. Yeah, why not? Why does everybody else get 2 problems? I want 2 problems on the board. I want to compete. Vito's fear of
Jesus
sympathy.
Christ.
Okay.
What? It's making it fair. It's a fair competition now. Everybody gets 2, right?
I don't have to. I just have big government.
Yeah.
No, that's the automatic winner. So you already cheated. That should have an asterisk next to it.
Don't let him gaslight you. He kind of has to because he had one initial and he changed it.
Vote
he fucking
down
changed
big
it.
government.
I did.
You
I
did change it. What was your initial one?
Dogs throwing up at night.
Is your dog throwing up at night a lot?
Yeah, for like 4 days straight.
Oh no.
So, oh no, for me, because I had to pay for the vet appointment. That is, of course,
How many
worthless.
times has that dog been to the vet?
Too many times.
Did you get pet insurance for
Yes,
that dog?
enough to make. I got insurance after the $6,000
Yeah,
vet.
Jesus
visit.
fucking Christ.
Just
Just let your dog go outside and go missing like my thing. Like, that was much easier. And then you don't have to deal with any of this.
all right. Let's do a voicemail. And then
Sure.
some super chats. Let me see here.
I'm sure we have a million voicemails complaining about our Jewish friend Luke Bernard. So
Yeah, that's.
I like
true.
that guy. Check out his Holocaust video game, A Light in the Darkness, I think it's called.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dick. Hey, hey, Dick. Hey, Vito.
Hi.
Biggest problem in the universe is people who can't handle their fucking liquor. You know, I just went on vacation, got really drunk with my girlfriend, and everything was great until, you know, little fucking girlfriend Dorino has one too many to drink, and then all of a sudden just becomes, you know, a fucking... A huge problem. And then a huge fight breaks out
biggest
because
problem.
she's so unreasonable. I'm very reasonable when I drink. I hold myself together very well, and I
Right.
like to think that I am still me when I drink. However, the women
I'm more me.
become beasts of the night. They come up with these crazy scenarios in their head, and they just like start believing these like, you know, tales of extreme fiction, and they start painting you as this like devil. It doesn't matter what the argument is, by the way. It can be something super small, like I don't want to watch this TV show, and you're gaslighting me because you don't want to watch what I want to watch. You're a horrible person. Or it could be
Jesus Christ.
So the
how
problem is,
come you're tired too early?
was drunk women. Is that what we
I
got
think
to
drunk women
eventually?
is the problem.
Again, guys, keep these to 30 seconds.
Or you have to start giving specifics. You
Yeah.
can't just say we got in a fight about a thing.
Yeah, because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because that sounded like it could have been a lot more to it.
Of course.
Like
There's a
my
lot.
wife got so fucking mad yesterday that I was just texting a random fucking girl. Really, what'd you say? I sent her pictures of my dick.
There you go.
To be funny.
Yeah,
It's a joke.
but it was a joke.
joke.
Yeah, she's
feel like-
married. Like, who cares? You know? Like, yeah.
Idiot.
And she's my
Dumb
coworker.
This guy is bearing the
So
lead.
what would it even
Yeah.
mean?
I want to remind everybody, all the problems you've heard tonight, you can vote on at biggestproblem.show. Your votes help make this show what it is. Don't forget, bonus episodes available at patreon.com/biggestproblem, as well as backed.by/biggestproblem. Bonus episode, The Biggest Problem in ISOM 2. You're not going to want to miss this one, folks. Will be available shortly.
We didn't even talk about how he ripped off your superhero killing gun.
He ripped off my superhero killing gun. Eric July's taking he's
We'll
stealing
talk about
from
it next
Superkiller.
week.
Next week we'll talk about it.
All right.
Thanks everybody. Thank you to Destiny for being here. We're going to read your super chats now. Get in some super chats and we will read them
Sorry.
here on the show. And thanks everybody. Thanks again, Destiny, for being here. Destiny, why don't you plug? Where are you going to be in LA this week? What shows will you be on?
I don't even know. I do Jubilee tomorrow.
All right.
I'm on some guy's podcast called The Minimalist.
Oh.
Have you heard of that?
No.
Oh, I was almost so happy. They have a lot of social media accounts. I'm not entirely sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think I'm doing something with Flacco with No Jumper.
Oh,
Day
okay.
after
That's
yeah.
great. We love No Jumper. Well, if you got any free time and you're bored, let us know. Get a drink.
Yeah.
Hang out. Whatever. Koof for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Koof. Entertainment for 2. To be stare, fair be 2. Be fair, boo. Be bear new. Very good. Moronic Opinions for 10. Thank you to Vito for tweeting out my ISOM review video a couple weeks back. My pre-order of number 2 finally came, and a deep dive review video will be coming soon. God bless, fellas. God bless you, Moronic Opinions. And don't miss our ISOM 2 review. Again, bonus problem available on the Patreon.
Yeah, is this
Cammy.
show just a vehicle for marketing his comic stuff?
Yes.
Is that, yeah, okay.
Not my comic stuff. We're talking about, we have an ongoing feud with a certain gentleman. It has nothing to do with my
I got
comic.
roped into Vito's comic
Superkiller,
feud.
which is available at superkiller.org, but it has nothing to do with Superkiller.
Wait, so
wasn't doing
Isom,
it
is
right.
Isom your comic?
ISOM is the
No.
evil comic made by the bad man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, my
So did that
comic.
guy do a review where he like dumped on it, where he shit all over it?
Yeah.
Dick did a review of ISOM.
That was nice.
Oh,
it was
no.
very in-depth.
I mean, yeah, it was thorough.
and it has started a 6-month war with the creator of ISOM, who hates.
It was his first time writing ever. Like his first time writing a story, and I just said, all right, I've gotten a shitload of Hollywood notes. This is what they're like. Like, this is why it's not connecting. This is why the story isn't any good.
This is why there's no story arc or characters that are
you have to
relatable
hit
in
these
any way.
things. And he fucking melted down.
And he called you a rabbit.
He called me
An N-word.
N-word.
Yes.
A hoe-ass N-word 3 times.
And he
he black?
you to pull
Yeah.
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he gets
So
a
it's
pass
worse.
on that.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I can't say anything.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't fire back. He's allowed to N-word you all day. Pop quiz for 1999 asks, is this real life? Yes, it is. Pop quiz for 2, at least do drugs on stream. Maybe later. Jihado bot for 5. You can't skip the live stream. You just can't, guys. Whose bag is this? I almost tripped on it. Cool. Jarvo for 450 says, I would have given you $7 if you were on time.
Fuck you.
Hey, man, Destiny I just flew in. And boy, are his arms tired. Okay. Coup for 2.
I'm flying.
I was doing the classic. Coup for 2. Thank you, audience, for turning in on time. Thank you for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Coof. Michael winning for 2. An hour late. This is giving me female type energy.
This idiot accidentally sent a bunch of Amazon packages to my P.O. box because he didn't change it.
Oh,
He
like
ordered
his
shit.
Amazon packages?
Yeah, so I got a bunch of his. He ordered like a bunch of dildos and stuff. And he's like, oh, Amazon sent me new ones. Just keep them.
Speaking of
don't open
speaking
them.
of packages, do you want to do the package?
Let's do it at the
opening?
end.
All right, we'll do it at the end. We have a special package we want to show. But Pop Sculpture is here for 2, and I won't address it because I don't want to spoil it. Coup for 2. The wage gap is the biggest problem in the universe. I agree. Captain Insano for 2. Big Dairy Trevor has a problem. Ligma Johnson for 5. That's funny. No show. Yes, money. Keel for 10. Thank you, Keel. Coup for 2. Can we beat the lateness high score? Oh, shut up. Red for 2. Way too late, guys. Shut up.
Why don't you shut up?
Yeah, fuck you. We got Destiny for you. He's here. Sometimes.
Why don't you say something positive, like some solutions we could do? Maybe why we were running behind.
There you go. Red Wormwood for 5. Vito, do you consider yourself woke or anti-woke? Also, what's your guys' favorite cheese? I think if I really had to get down to it, that whole term is stupid, but I wouldn't consider myself woke the way other people are using it.
Are you anti-woke?
I think I would be anti-woke.
I think I'm anti-woke.
People that get like so fucking mad about it. and
It's
like,
so annoying. I'm annoyed by the talk of wokeness, but
Yeah.
that does not make me woke. I'm just like, guys, shut the fuck up about it, for the
Yeah.
love of God. What's my favorite cheese?
Cheddar.
Nice mozzarella is fantastic.
How about you, Dennis?
pepper jack.
Pepper Jack. Wow.
What's wrong with pepper jack
My
cheese?
girlfriend thought I loved pepper jack cheese for some reason, and I hate it. So she was always ordering it, like in everything, and I'd always get stuck making.
Why not
sandwiches.
say something to her?
Because it just like was a magical cheese drawer that was
You would
always
open.
replenished. That's like that's odd. There's more pepper jack, and well, I guess I'll get into.
You thought she was buying it for herself. It turns out she thought you loved it. And
I
in
just never
reality,
thought
neither
about
of you
it.
really liked it that much. To begin
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Coup for 2. Hey guys, Dick couldn't make it today. I wish. Kyle Baxter says, "What a great show." Thanks, Kyle. Ligma Johnson for $4.99. Where is the woman with the blue hair? Who is this guy? DJK for 20 Australian dollars. Shout out to Chizrag. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. I saw
Chizrag.
that was a discussion on the Destiny board that you two were brought together by Chizrag.
That fucker. Chiz.
guy.
PKA.
Is that still, are you guys in touch with that gentleman?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
I talked to him the other day.
That's good.
Have you been on back on PKA in a while?
Couple times, but it's been a while now. Probably a year now, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Darius Rhinokovius for 5 says, yes, Ozempic, so good. It is good. Captain Insano for 2. Isom does not want help. Hold the truth hostage for 2. Isom, the closest to Moses, to Vito. Ha worship, ha. Thank you, Hold the Truth Hostage, who is apparently also a fellow comic creator who hates Isom. Vito the Wig for 20. We've created a monster, Destiny. The lore is too much. For $20 big from Vito the Wig, even with constant harassment from Richard, Vito manages TBF larger every episode. Nice try.
Close.
Robert Cook for 5. Vito, I don't know if everyone has the same school experience in federal schools. It's different state to state. It's different.
Yeah, it's very different.
Gut for 2. We love fat apologist Vito. Thank you. Soul 2X for 5. Vito is just jealous that Loomer is a funnier lol cow. I'm funnier than Laura Loomer. Come on. Horny for serotonin for 10. Lol, cool. That's a great comment.
Thank you. Best super chat of the night.
Yeah, that's the brevity that we like here.
Jay Thompson, 1327 for 5. Episode 30, Vito said he never went to Disneyland. Donating to that fund, please donate. He said all he had was his figures for joy in life. Is that what I said on episode 30?
Probably.
I did go to Disneyland, but I was stuck in a mobility scooter, which was the most humiliating thing in my life because I threw out my back.
They strapped you in a mobility?
I literally, I had someone, I think it was a fan of the show, gave us passes to Disney. And I was all excited to go. And then I threw out my back. And I was like, I can't go. And my friend was like, well, they have mobility scooters. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to be a fat guy in a mobility scooter at Disney. This is literally horrible. And then I found out those scooters are really fun, and I get it now. I'm like, all right, well, that was fun to drive that thing around. You get to, it has a little horn, so if people are walking,
how many times are you in line and someone looks at you and you're like, I have a back problem. It's not. It's not what you think it is. I have a real back problem.
Disney World, I was just like,
What'd you throw your back out doing?
I just slept wrong. Like something was wrong with my mattress or something. I think I had to buy a new mattress. No, you know what? It might have been I was bringing boxes in the house and I threw out my bag. It was some combination.
Boxes of
something. What? Just like packages I got from Amazon. Probably boxes of Mountain Dew energy drink, which I'm not supposed to drink. I get it. Okay, I can laugh at my own foibles. All right. There was
if someone sings about
There was
them.
a fan at Disney World though, and I'm so glad they went. I think I saw Vito at Disney World. I'm like, thank God that guy didn't think to get a picture.
That fucking idiot.
If he got a picture, oh God, I would never live that shit
over
down.
for you.
It would be over.
Fuck.
I would kill myself if a picture of me on a mobility scooter at Disneyland got out. So thank you.
Some guy that works at Disney's digging through the security footage now,
probably
trying to
is.
find the fucking.
Somebody who works at Target and listens to the show caught him shoplifting at Target.
Oh, no, they didn't catch me. I was shoplifting, and they managed to go through the Target security records and find the video of me shoplifting.
What did you shoplift?
Magic cards.
Like, are the comic sales that rough right now, or what?
It's just like, they're too much. There's like $50 for like these fancy packages, and I'm like, well, I'll just... Every time you go through Target, you do the self-checkout, and it's like, I just won't scan that one thing. That was it. And I'm like, I just won't scan it. It'll be funny. And on the way out, they're like, sir.
It was funny.
It's funny. You get a little, you're like, I just won't scan one thing. Mm-hmm. And now I know not to do that.
You chickened out.
I didn't chicken out. I went for it. That was the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't go for it anymore. Jay Thompson for 5. This comment is sponsored by Raid Shadow of Legends. Use code word N. I don't know if I can say that. To get an elite thief champion. Okay, I definitely can't say that. Don't worry, y'all. I'm black. It's cool. He claims he's black. Well, you can make the joke. I can't say it.
Well, you have to.
Well, I can't. Why? Because it's a super chat.
To say it.
Use code word, let's put it this way, the N-word to get a elite thief champion. Great joke. Horny for serotonin for 10. It is 2:47 a.m. Fantastic. Jihado Bod for 2.
You can tell time, too.
Yeah.
Great.
Good work. Vito, you had a very trafficable cat. I agree. Tool Chest for 5 says Vito murdered his cat.
Let's block this
Thank
fucker.
you, audience. No, you don't gotta block him. Horny for serotonin 2. Vito loved that cat. He did not run away. Strider for 2. Vito, how do you feel about Mahler? Mahler's too smart for the guys he's hanging out with. He does not fall into the trap of reviewing all media as if it was woke.
Ooh.
And he's surrounded by a bunch of dumbasses who view everything through this stupid culture war and cannot objectively review the Barbie movie, which was fantastic. They are all wrong. Gunranger for 5. Mute on Twitter doesn't let you see any post or notification from the person you muted. Removing block just lets them see your post. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
No, but you can still respond. The point is I don't want like a bunch of spammers like telling people like, hey, go to OnlyFans.
Well, muting doesn't piss them off and blocking does. So obviously you're wrong.
Yeah. Slap.com for 2. The red pill arc ends with the blue haircut. Pottery. All gas, no breakfast for 5. Vito thinking the right, saying that RMNOR is the greatest protest song of our generation just to piss him off is delusional. Lol, it's all for clicks, man. It's to piss off liberals. Like, that's why they're doing it. That's part of it. That's why they're all getting behind it, is they're like, oh, this pisses off the libs. And it kind of does, but it only pisses me off because I want you to listen to good music and not, like, tell me bad music.
Fuck off.
Dude, there's so much way better music out there.
It's actually an altruistic mission from God.
Yeah,
that's why you're so
give
upset.
me a fucking break.
It's the same with ISOM. I don't want media to be told to everyone, like, this is the greatest comic that ever existed.
Yeah, but you're not a musician. You're making a comic. You don't know. You do not know what good music they could be listening to. They're listening to Rain Makes Whiskey and shit.
Okay. I know there's great music out there.
Vito's like,
Rich men.
go get Dark Side of the Moon.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying.
Go listen to Pink Floyd.
That's
Go
not what
listen
I'm
to
saying.
Evangelion.
No, because somebody brought up, they're like, well, you lefties love Rage Against the Machine. I'm like, no, their lyrics are shit too. What a fucking you ever look at the lyrics of a Rage Against the Machine fucking song.
No,
Fuck
because
you, I won't do what you tell me.
you're not supposed to
Repeat
look at the lyrics.
1,000 times. It's terrible, terrible lyricism from those gentlemen.
I just understood now when English teachers are like, this is why it's bad when you read Shakespeare instead of seeing it acted.
Yeah.
'Cause, listen, you just say the lyrics. Yeah, of course they're going to be dog shit, but it's a fucking
could be
song.
better.
It's a song. No, they
the
couldn't be.
lyrics
no, they're
could
They're
be
supposed to
perfect.
fit with the
Yeah.
song only.
You're just
I'm
wrong.
not going to do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell
Now
me.
it sounds cool.
No, it doesn't sound cool. It's fucking stupid. Helios for 5. Happy to see my 3 favorite homosexuals together again. Thank you, Helios.
Thanks.
Cool for 2. Happy birthday to Josh Denny. Thank you for not killing yourselves. R.I.P. Car. James Gartner for 5 says R.I.P. Cat because he's an asshole.
I don't like that.
Okay, I get it. It's different when it's a living thing. The car was not living.
Whoa, maybe when you refresh, maybe there's another $5 saying he's praying for
Yeah,
your
maybe
cat.
he's praying for my cat, and that would be good too. Go down a little bit, a little more. There we go. Sharon Benes for $9.99.
Shannon.
Shannon asks, "Did Destiny get it on with Pearly? Kiss and tell, dude.
Oh, Pearl.
Jesus.
Were you hanging out with just Pearly things? Did that happen?
My policy, okay, now it sounds weird when I just say it here out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My policy is I never comment on who I do or don't have sexual relationships with.
I think
Because what happens is if I say no for a bunch of people, and then for one person, I'm like, oh, I don't say anything. So that's not to imply, I'm not trying to imply that I did. I'm just saying as a general policy, I don't comment on that.
That's a good policy.
No.
Do you have
It
that
sounds-
policy?
I can't comment.
I don't even comment on the policy.
I don't even comment on the policy.
You
That's
know,
my policy.
I have a policy.
What
I'm
did
not
David
gonna tell
Gomez
you
have to say
about
up here
it.
for $5?
David Gomez for 5 said, "Does Destiny care about the negative effects of illegal immigration on the African American community?"
No.
Good answer. David Gomez for 2. Ashley Babbitt noises.
Yeah.
Jay Thompson for 2. Tell Dick about the Yellow Flash P super chat. I think this guy super chatted Yellow Flash and called him a PDF file. Thanks to your recent suggestion. We're fighting with everyone.
Just asking
Destiny.
questions.
You're just asking questions. That's
If
all
they're
you can
calling
do.
you a pedophile, I'm calling them a
You're
pedophile.
the one who's
I
looking
don't give a
up
fuck.
Umbrella Guy's relationship with Slick Jimmy, which is another thing we'll maybe get into at some point.
So this is he's used super glue to glue this.
Okay, here, I'll just rip it.
The guy who made this.
Oh my God, this is what won last time, the too tight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy made this awesome statue. This is the sidekick for Vito's comic that Vito
Based on his dead friend.
based on his dead friend. So the guy made her in a cum jar. He's a sculptor. He
Great.
sculpted her in a cum jar, but it was lost by
It was
FedEx
lost for like two-
and
like
he
a
was
month.
crushed, and it just showed up at my PO box.
Let me hold this up to the camera. I don't think it'll focus, but can you show me what I'm seeing here? Dick, can you click into the thing?
Oh yeah,
So this is the famous
yeah.
female counterpart to Super Killer. It was in a. Did he already put cum in it?
Yeah,
So there's like
that's
a
real
basic
cum, but
layer of
it was
cum
supposed
ready
to
to
show
go.
up wet, but it took so long it hardened up.
So now I can jerk off
But
on my dead friend.
don't bend. But
I love this thing. No, I already opened it. He also gave us, we talk a lot about parasocial relationships on this channel. Previously, he sent us parasocial relationship cards, and we have now been upgraded with the Parasocial Friendship Upgrade Certificate.
oh, that's cool.
Oh.
So now our parasocial relationship is even deeper.
I did use this the last card he sent to do emergency cocaine. with.
Fantastic.
I didn't have anything to chop it up. I
That's
was
the
like,
best
the fucking
possible
friendship
use.
card.
Destiny, do you feel you maintain a parasocial relationship with your audience?
Only my subscribers, so subscribe now.
Do you think of your subscribers as your family?
Yes.
Sons, daughters,
Yes, all of the
nieces,
above.
nephews?
Yeah. All of them are going to be my will.
Your daddy Destiny.
I am.
Well, big
Thank
daddy
you for
Destiny.
coming in.
Thanks for
Thanks for
coming
having me.
Especially from the airport. It's a long drive.
If anyone's listening for the first time, don't forget you can subscribe to the channel by hitting that subscribe button.
Where do we get your? Aren't you selling a comic?
I believe I am selling a comic. Available. Go to superkiller.org and you're gonna find all. It's great. I'll get you a free copy. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be good.
Somebody should donate $15 for you to give me a free copy.
I will just yeah,
He says
exactly.
it's free, so you just agree to it right away. But really, you should charge.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's got $70,000 for marketing.
I've made $75,000 on this comic book so far.
Jesus
People are
Christ.
excited. People are frantic. We have a collector's edition with plush toys and a lunchbox. This is a franchise.
Sounds like the price is
here.
right.
It is the price is right. We've had a ton of fun. Destiny, thank you again. Don't forget to vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Bonus episode, patreon.com/biggestproblem/back.by/biggestproblem. And we'll be back next week.
Bye.
Do we announce the live show yet or no? We will almost have details on the big live show soon.
Oh yeah, for 108.
Episode 108, we think we
29th.
found a venue, so we're going to start putting up
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
Where will tickets be available?
I don't know. We'll figure that
Okay.
out.
Keep an eye out. And we will have tickets.
Live.biggestproblem.show.
Probably live.biggestproblem.show.